Ready? Well, just let me know
Yeah.
when you're set.
Yeah. Oh,
Alright, so you guys have all gotten a message on your work comm link because you happen to have a work comm link as opposed to just burners that nobody can reach you on. So you are given a message that a Mr. Johnson is looking to have runners report to a downtown travel agency to meet up for a job that is going to require a little bit of travel. We will start from left to right to find out how our daring team members are going to be arriving and what they're going to be carrying with them. So we'll start with Analog. Analog, how are you getting there? Where are you coming from? Are you carrying anything that I need to be especially worried about?
You wish. Analog is going to be driving there on his GMC Bulldog. He's going to be finding a long-term parking facility for this one.
Sure.
Um, he is going to be carrying his armor jacket, ballistic mask.
Is he wearing his ballistic mask?
No, he will. He it
Okay.
will be in his pocket for the
Sure.
until necessary. Um, do, 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 do. He will be having his backpack with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, really large duffel bag sized med kit and that will be oh, and his trode cap. As far as where he's coming from, it's Ravenna or Ravenna. It's a sea zone just north of yeah, I'm pulling up the maps myself. Yeah, it's north of the central city area. I will find it on the maps in just a moment.
That's fair enough. As long as I was making sure you're not walking, we're good to go. Talon, where are you coming from? How are you getting there? Are you carrying anything that I need to be especially worried about?
Uh, Talon's going to be coming from Everett and Fairmont, which is a C zone. She's arriving there in her GMC Bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
As
Most
for what
popular
she's
bulldog.
as for what she's carrying, eh, um, it'd be just her journal weapon in a glove, her journal's TMP in a glove box, and that's about it.
All right, Arsenal. I dare to ask, where are you coming from? How are you getting there? And what are you carrying? Anything I should be concerned about, like an arsenal?
you will be surprised. Um, I'm I'm going by foot because we need to get to public transportation, so bus
Okay.
stop. Um,
I admire your
I'm
moxie.
excuse me.
Go ahead. I admire your nerve going on public transit.
Oh, um, I'm wearing my Berwick suit with the coat,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm packing my what's its name? Um, no weapons. My RS Lightfire, light pistol, and my ballistic mask in my under my coat. In a
Look at
pouch.
this reasonable man. I like this. So the exciting part of Seattle is public transit is oftentimes the thing. While Grid Guide has eliminated the problem of traffic, pay attention, other GMs, there is the fact that the public transit is sometimes not the most pleasant trip to take. As you well notice by the fact that while you're sitting there, a troll sits down beside you and just kind of wedges himself down into the chair because he is not going to be confined to the back of the bus. He is going to sit there beside you, even though it is kind of pressing you against the glass as you're driving along. He's like, sorry, chummer. Those back seats, they just make me feel uncomfortable, you know? He rolls his shoulder and kind of smears your cheek against the glass, but eventually the ride ends. You're able to decompress as he gets off at his stop, and you are able to arrive to your stop to VN Tours, a downtown travel agency. As you head inside, you are all able to arrive on time as there's no real pressing issue to keep you all behind. You all have the room number for room number 6, and that is where you go, I assume.
Yes.
So we can start with some descriptions. So, Analog, could you describe yourself to people? And please don't say I look like my picture, because that's so boring.
Curses blind people. Okay, Analog is a orc. Sorry, stretching. Shorter than your average orc, thinner than your average orc. Lot of scruffy facial hair, and yeah, a lot of scruffy hair on the head. Actually, okay, we'll add in some flavor. For those who are exceptionally observant, yeah, around his hands, his jawline, and a few other places seem particularly inflamed if you have the proper medical skills for that, or Bioware skills. Hint, hint.
Mm-hmm. All right. Talon, how do you look to the compatriots that are going to be going with you on this adventure?
Let's see. Talon is a 5'8" female elf. Uh, she has green eyes, a shoulder-length brown hair tied inside a ponytail. She has goggles strapped to the top of her head, and if anyone actually cares at all, there's a faint scent of motor oil coming off her.
Oh, awesome. And for you, Arsenal, describe yourself for your compatriots.
Well, Arsenal is a thin elf guy, maybe 180. Well, I don't know the English equal.
I think you did pretty good with the freedom units there. Not bad. Go ahead. 180 is a good weight.
Yeah. Um, he has short black hair, blue eyes, no facial hair, and no marks of anything that would make him stand out of the crowd.
Sure. All right. As you guys enter to the room number 6, you notice that there are 5 pods that are sit there with the hatches open, and there is nobody else in the room. The pods are all connected to a box in the middle by cables.
What do we see on the box?
Well, it's just a machine that they are all connected to.
What role would I need to figure out what these machines are?
Well, that would be a hardware roll, I would imagine, would be appropriate.
Analog will be making that roll as well.
Sure.
I'm not.
As I roll back in here to see the results of the dice rolls, this is exciting. 1 success. Yes, this is definitely some sort of machine. Very likely it is electronically involved. Analog, you've seen this kind of stuff before. It's a little bit low tech because God knows who uses wires anymore. But what you have seen is this is one of those things where they give you a virtual tour of a location. You get into the pod, you relax, it closes on you, and then you are taken to a virtual representation of the place that you would be visiting.
Oh, hey, Dragon's here.
Hey, look who just arrived, late, but made it. So we'll go back to catching up with the people that have just arrived to the run.
He's not actually in the call, though.
What? Ah, how do we even? I'll try to add him again.
There we go.
Dragon Shards, are you there? Don't know.
I'm here.
But,
Oh, great. So now that you're here, we're going to cut to the chase with you because you have run a mite late.
I'm
We're
sorry,
go-
Skype was being a pain in the butt.
it is one of those things. That's why you perhaps need to update, which is one of the things that has been giving me errors when I've been trying to add you to this. But you have been invited to a downtown virtual tours location. You have arrived safely on time, and you're able to go inside. You see three other bewildered individuals that are standing in front of five pods that are opened up and are connected to a device in the middle, which one of them has just identified as slightly out of date tech for a virtual tour of a location that you would be visiting if you were in fact going on a trip. So, would you like to describe yourself? And please don't use I look like my picture, because how boring is that?
So, oh boy, now I'm tempted. So Zykadel's a 5'7" elf. She's got hair. It's red hair and a short bob cut. Green eyes, spray freckles across the face. She's dressed in uh, a Burrick suit and an Argentum coat, most likely, kind of her normal going out clothes. I think that about covers it.
Yep, that does sound about right. Those are some good going out clothes. You guys are all in there. There are five pods. There are four individuals. There's no sign of Mr. Johnson. What do you do?
I was gonna say, I already know. Unless someone decided to tell what the machines are, then
Yes,
Well,
I wanted to ask. I seen you tinker with it. Have you figured out what it is? Anyone?
anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Analog?
I'm sorry. I was half real life. My apologies.
No problem. An attendant
Looks
will step into the room and she will look you all over and she gives you a smile. Yes, so are you guys interested in the tour?
Um,
Sure.
Well, if you
yes.
will lay down in the pod and make yourself comfortable, I will adjust the trodes for you, and then you can begin your virtual tour. If you find the location suitable, we can make appropriate travel arrangement so that you can visit there in the real world. She smiles at you all eagerly.
Thank you. And I sit down.
yeah,
So
we'll
you lay
I'll
down in
keep
the
that in mind.
pod, and she
Yes.
lays down and she walks over and she puts the trodes upon your head, makes a few adjustments, and connects a few cables. She says, "We've been trying to upgrade our system, so please forgive me if it's a little bit rough, but do keep in mind that all locations you're visiting are wonderful. We have some of the best hotels, and we can do various different. She goes off and like different treats that she could go on, like bar tours, all that other good jazz. So you all eventually lay down your pod and get adjusted, correct?
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Sounds great. So once the trodes are on there, the pods close down. You have like this relaxing, soothing music as virtual reality slides around your mind. And you are standing on a beach. There's a beautiful sunset. Now, the thing about this is you guys are all living in the 2070s. You are used to high res. This is the shit, when you're jacked in. The stuff here is a little bit raw. It's a little bit antiquated. It's like you're looking at it and you can kind of see the pixels, basically. So it's real enough, but not quite good as you're used to. Not enough high fidelity. And there's a man standing on the beach as you arrive. He looks around and says, good to see you all. Um, as you know,
Uh,
go
are
ahead.
we alone as individuals seeing the same thing, or are we
Oh, you're all
together?
there. You're all there
Oh,
together. You are there as a virtual representation. He turns around and he says, good to see you all. As you have heard, one of our research facilities has gone dark, and we're looking for individuals that we can send up to investigate the situation. Uh, are you all interested in the job?
Mm,
Of
as
course, we wouldn't be here if we were wasting your time.
He smiles indulgently. You never can tell. He smiles. All right, so the job is going to pay 15,000 nuyen to each of you upon completion. If you can find out what is going on, make contact with the researchers there, and let us know what's going on. Hopefully, it's nothing. So, if anything, it will be an exciting trip for you. But other than that, we just need to find out what's going on, make sure our researchers are safe. You're all professionals. You've done this before, I assume.
can we know anything more about the research facility?
Absolutely. It is in Lagrange 1 in orbit. We will be providing you transportation there and back, of course. We wouldn't expect you to be able to get your own transport in orbit. Um, we'll provide you with any reasonable gear that you feel appropriate for your job, and you'll get paid when the job is complete.
Anything we should be worried about in space? Maybe.
Well, other than the standard, there's no oxygen, a lot of radiation, and it's very hot. Um, you'll be in a tube, basically, where you're at, where you will be having gravity as it rotates. This is what is known as a O'Neill cylinder. To those that are interested in things such as that, meaning that the entire facility is built inside of a long cylindrical tube. Its rotation provides the effect of gravity, so you'll be able to walk around. There's no need to go for the extensive zero G training that the people had to do when setting that up. Other than that, there's atmosphere, there's shielding from the radiation there. You should be fairly comfortable. As he
Well,
shrugs.
we'll be given specialized suits in case of the off chance there's some kind of hull breach.
Absolutely. As I said, you can pick up whatever gear that you feel is reasonable. We will provide it for you. Uh, Once you agree to this job and you unplug from your virtual tour, we'll have a truck waiting for you to take you to the launch point.
Admittedly, I'm a bit awestruck about going into orbit, but other than that, I accept.
He smiles. It's understandable. It's a very rare opportunity for people, especially for those that may be a little bit more off the grid. So we're looking forward to being able to find out what's going on, and I'm sure there should be minimal complications. We're planning on paying you 12,000 each for this trip.
It was 15.
Wait, you said 15.
15? Ah, my mistake. He did mention 15. 15,000 each for this trip. The GM made the error,
Also, I would like to
not the
ask,
face.
who does this research facility belong to?
We would rather not disclose our company affiliations.
Is there
Especially in a
security on this research facility that we should be worried about?
Well, no, we'll be letting them know that you'll be arriving. No ship can arrive to the location without them being notified ahead of time. Otherwise, they would be fired upon by station defenses. And if that were the case, then
Well, that's comforting.
security will be the least of your concerns.
All right.
All right. I'm interested. Things I'm gonna want made available to me. If you've lost communications, you've probably also have some damage on the ship. I'm gonna request that the shuttle we come in on has a spare parts kit. I wouldn't know exactly what's needed, but you guys would. The second thing I request While the station itself has lost communications, what we're going to be flying in on should have communications. Um,
Absolutely.
Not necessarily with you, but perhaps an intern with your company or whatnot. I'm going to request a persistent matrix link. That way we can keep them, and by proxy you, updated on what is going on up in the station.
He smiles, just looking at you, kind of impressed by all this. He says, "Absolutely, that would be wonderful to be able to arrange. We should be able to give you supplies, and we should have a researcher on hand that will be able to walk you through any technical difficulties that you are unable to handle on your own.
All right,
Is
I'm
that
Um,
good.
reasonable?"
I'm also guessing that you are not allowed to speak about the research there.
He looks around the beach and he says, "This is not, while this is a discrete form of communication, I cannot verify that this is a secure form of communication. And so I do not feel comfortable revealing information about my company nor its projects in this format."
It's understandable.
Nods his head. Any other questions or requests?
I'm going to pick some things up afterwards.
Nods his head. Well, if you'll give me a detailed list, I should be able to appropriate it for you.
No, my stuff from home.
Ah, yes, of course. He nods his head.
Uh, how much care should we take with the environment up there?
I would suggest not using anything that is particularly armor penetrating, as provided something has gone awry and combat perhaps will be involved. We have had reports of salvagers from other corporations that may have
Hmm.
gotten a little bit aggressive. We're hoping that's not the case, but should you need to use projectile weapons, I suggest something that would not breach the hull.
So you're
Frangible
referring to
rounds it
something
is.
frangible.
He nods his head. Exactly. Looking impressed once again as the runners are jumping on the frangible rounds. We'll be able to provide you ammunition, of course, as you request.
I guess there is one other thing. Is there happen to be any form? I know this is not a secure means, but this is more something for safety reasons. Is there any form of automated security of the like on there?
No,
No. Okay.
this is a research facility.
Recommendations and weight limits on drones.
He draws in a breath, hissing across his teeth. I would not go for very many, as weight limits, of course, require different fuel for liftoff. We could perhaps make adjustments for two medium drones, perhaps. However, you will not get much use for aerial drones, I would suspect, inside of an enclosed structure as this. He looks to analog. Unfortunately, this may cause a little bit of problems with your request for repair materials.
I don't need an entire station rebuild. Basically, just a whatever would be necessary to do a temporary patch job on essential systems.
Mini
You know,
loader
as I
and
said,
spare and sheet metal.
fair enough. We can arrange that. So yes, we can manage two medium drones if necessary, along with yourselves and your gear.
I assume I can bring one of my garage drones, but I doubt that'll make much use. But we'll see.
Instead of two medium, could you do one large?
We could do one large, yes.
Looks like Hugin and Minion are staying home.
Sounds right. And he looks to you each. Any other requests?
Not on the top of my head, no.
All right. Well, we'll have
Uh,
a vehicle waiting for you outside. You will see it. It'll be a gray van, and it will have the Eco Tours logo on the side. So it will take you to the location when you are ready to go.
Sounds good.
All
all
right.
right.
So you see Mr. Johnson vanish from the Matrix as apparently he jacks out of wherever he was at.
Yeah, Dawn's gonna try and jack out herself then.
All right, well, you
Yes.
have no problem jacking out. You lift your hands up and gently remove the trodes from your head as reality snaps back into place around you. You have like a mild, like, it's not like a huge headache, but it's just a little bit of just that little pressure in your forehead, but it fades quickly because, God, that was a rough interface. But other than that, everything's fine. You're back in the tour location, and the lady is standing there smiling. She's like, "Thank you for choosing virtual tours. If you are interested in some brochures, you can pick them up with our local pan in the front. Any travel
Thank you.
arrangements you can make with our agent." And
Thank you
as you
kindly.
guys, she smiles as you all depart. Outside, there is in fact a gray van with an Eco Tours logo on the side of it. There is a man sitting in the front seat that looks like he is extremely bored as he is drumming his fingers on the steering wheel, waiting for people to arrive. It is a GMC Bulldog for those that are interested in
Can
vehicles.
can I roll anything to recognize the logo that it belongs from the
Sure,
big
you
tent?
can if you'd like to. Do you have any kind of corporate knowledge, or
Nothing along those lines.
well, what
I
would
don't
you
think so.
like to roll? Don't let me tell you no. What are you interested in rolling? What do you think that would be a
Mm,
valid skill?
nothing. Forget that.
It's no problem. All right, so yeah, that is what you guys are seeing.
Well, I get in.
All right, so that's
I'm
what
gonna
goes.
have
He's
Uh-huh.
like, "Well, welcome aboard." He's like, "Yeah, just make yourself comfortable. We will head to the launch point as soon as the
Um,
rest of your associates are in."
I would like to ask the driver. Can I know the exact location? I need to take a detour.
He smiles. Unfortunately, that is not something I can provide for you.
Yeah. Trust me. I would like to go back home and grab a few fly spies, but I can probably live without.
So you also get into the van.
Yep.
All right.
I was just gonna go into the van. Yeah.
He nods. Well, if you need a detour, we can probably make a couple stops, but we do need to leave within the hour.
I'd rather
I
not
can
keep
manage
things
it.
waiting. Besides, apparently we're given access to things if needed, so probably pick some up there.
Well, you cannot. But it,
I
Johnson
Psychedel
didn't
has a
say
couple of
anything.
things that she wants to move over from her vehicle to the GMC Bulldog, but no
Well,
stops need to be made.
okay. So you're not
But
going
your
to
car
transfer your
isn't here.
stuff.
Actually, if we have access to transfer a few things, then Talon's gonna go ahead and transfer her fly spies over.
Okay, well then you get your flash buys over. Not a problem. Arsenal, did you in fact want to have the guy make a detour for you?
But I have to pick up my stuff from home, so guns along those lines.
Well, he will happily take you to your home if you want.
Her fly spies, her firearm that she's gonna put in a holster, and
Well, I
uh,
just say the couple of blocks away and walk
Right.
and then
All
come
right.
back.
Sounds reasonable. He will stop and he will wait. There is some nice, relaxing music playing for the rest of you that have to wait for the walk. But Arsenal, you're able to head to your home. You know the streets are fairly empty. There's nobody bothering you as you're traveling along. It's nice Seattle weather. The sun is shining. You know the
Right?
air is nice and fresh.
So should I list now what I pick up?
I imagine it's going to be everything on my sheet is probably what you're carrying.
Yeah.
It's weird how that always works out with a gearing up. I have everything on my sheet. Okay. So yes, you're able to go pick up the various items that you want. As you walk in, it's like the place is just—it's fantastic. It's just like you remembered. Everything is beautiful.
All right, then
It's
come
your
back.
home. You
Then I
get your
come back
gear.
quickly.
You get your gear. You head back to the truck. Everybody's waiting for you. They load up, and the guy says, "Now we'll put up the privacy screens as the window's opaque for you all in the back." And a screen slides up between you and him as the van kicks in and starts driving. You guys, by the way, your comlinks go dead as you're inside of here because why would they black out the windows if they wouldn't block GPS too, right? The drive takes about 30 minutes as you're driving along. The driver is very professional. It is a very smooth ride. And eventually you stop at a location that is set up in a large field that looks like it has been hastily erected. There is a small metal tower that has been put there, and there is a stubby looking, it kind of looks like a plane with like short little wings that is propped up against this little tower. And the van has stopped and opened up to disgorge the runners. And you see Mr. Johnson standing there with a smile on his face. He's like, "You have to forgive us for these impromptu situations. However, we were not able to procure launch facilities within the Caribbean League. However, I assure you this has been put together and will be a safe form of transportation for you to arrive at your location. Should any of you have concerns and the ability to inspect the vehicle, feel free. However, please do not make any alterations to it for your own safety and the safety of the others."
Now,
Psychedel will inspect the vehicle just for the sake of sanity.
Sure. All right. So, do you know anything about
aerospace.
aerospace? Do you have aerospace knowledges?
I
Do we want to
take
make
a
a
look.
teamwork roll or?
Sure, if you want to, he can keep as many hits as he has in the skill rank. So,
Yeah. Talon only knows ground vehicles, sadly. Nothing that goes in the air.
this thing, as you inspect it, it is well and truly not a ground vehicle. But it looks like a pretty impressive little space plane.
Anyway, about those items that we can request if needed.
He nods his head and gestures to a building off to the side. We have various items in here that will be interesting to you, perhaps. Of course, spacesuits that will be fitted to you, and perhaps various gear that you would be interested in. What would
She
you like
nods.
to have?
Uh, she nods. Um, allows him to fleet her, and yeah. What exactly is at her disposal?
Well, we do have energy weapons. Should you be interested in some of those, we have various forms of communication gear, survival gear.
Oh, stop with that. Energy weapons?
He nods his head. We have a few Ares lasers.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll
Can I
stick
see them?
with my frangible rounds.
He nods, and he will motion to the building and start heading that direction if you'll follow me.
Analog's assist gives an extra 1 die,
All right,
I
great.
think.
Now, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt. Is there an Evo Armadillo armored spacesuit?
Yes, there's
Yeah.
there's armored spacesuits there because he is wanting to make sure that his team arrives safely and protected. Because your armor means naught in space until you get out of that spacesuit.
Yep, she's gonna go ahead and grab the armadillo spacesuit.
Sure, you're armadilloed the hell up. Um, you get into your spacesuit. It's a little tight fitting. It smells a little bit off. Perhaps this is not a brand new one, but this is kind of a hurried operation.
Yep, and any magnetic boots.
Yes, they're
Okay.
magnetic boots.
Yep, I'm gonna also grab that as well. Maybe some frangible rounds, but
Sure.
That's
There
okay.
is a several cases of ammunition that have been lined along the walls for various small arms. There are no, of course, no things for like heavy weaponry
Yeah,
because
that's fine. She
why
only she's
would you
used to
let
pistol.
anybody into space with a machine gun? My God! But
Uh, okay.
sorry, Arsenal, what were you saying?
um, I was thinking bringing my assault rifle.
Oh, an assault rifle. We'll carry that. I mean, we're not. We're talking like
Oh,
machine
bigger than that.
guns. Yeah, machine guns, grenade launchers, stuff like that. You're probably not going to find many people willing to allow you to take explosives into space.
Then
No
I'd like
frangible
to.
machine gun. No frangible ammo for for a Stoner Ares M202.
Yeah, there's none of that.
Awkward.
And in fact, if
Um,
you're trying to bring a stoner, he's going to look at you and say, "You'll probably need to leave that here."
then
Well,
I just pack some.
it's mounted on a drone.
He nods. Well, if you're comfortable firing that inside of an enclosed atmosphere, I'm sure that you could do that. So he nods his head and is like, "Well, we don't have frangible ammunition for that because we did not honestly expect for someone to be bringing heavy weaponry on this job, but we're confident in your abilities. We hired professionals to handle this job." He nods his head. Um, there's spacesuits, armored spacesuits for all of you, as he motions to the remaining suits. Of course, they're magnetic boots. Should something happen to the rotational gravity, he looks a little doubtful that that could happen, but you know, he's professional
It's
enough to
space.
accept. Right.
Errors can go wrong. One slip up means it is an explosion.
Exactly. And he is willing to accept that fact and make sure that you guys have what is appropriate for you to be able to go there. So we have people picking up frangible rounds. We have people picking up armored spacesuits. And yeah, there are, in fact, a few laser rifles along the wall, as Arsenal seemed curious about that, along with energy packs for them.
Now, this is a good question to ask. Does that require a special weapon or no? As it literally
It
falls under the
does.
element.
It does indeed, I believe, require. Let me make sure. I don't want to tell a lie because that would be wrong. But I believe that lasers fall under special weapons. Yes, indeed they do. There is the red line and all that good stuff. They
Just making
fall
sure.
under lasers.
Just making sure. In that case, I won't grab one.
Mhm.
Though it won't stop her from taking mental note that she's actually managing to see one in person. But
Well, let me make sure. I mean, I want to be quite honest before I do this because I don't want you to say, "Oh, you can't have it," because you don't have the skill, and then you actually could use it. Let's see. Ares red line. Yeah, it does require a special skill.
Yes, I just checked it. So I look at it, think about it, hold it in my hands, and I don't know if I can shoot it. So I put it back.
All right. So yeah, you managed to fondle yourself an Ares red line. It was glorious. Um, he nods. He's like, "Well, if you'd like to take them along with you as backup, I'm sure that you will have a little bit of time that you could try to get the feel for them. Though I suggest not firing them unless absolutely necessary until you feel appropriately comfortable with them. In other words, you're going to be there for a few days, and if you have a karma or two, you could theoretically pick yourself up the lasers specialization, exotic weapon proficiency, whatever.
I don't think so,
All right, fair enough.
personally.
So I guess you guys get your gear on. They have crew that loads up the big ass drone. That's a technical term, and loads your cargo into the plane for you and stows it.
Yep, that sounds about right.
You're all put on a lift that carries you up to the main piloting area of the thing, the bridge. Yes, the bridge, because it's space. And You're strapped into your seats by technicians. They said this is all automated. There should be no problem with you reaching the space station. However, there are manual controls should something, however, inconceivable happen and you need to take the stick. However, I advise you not doing that unless something unfortunate does happen. And he motions to the controls to the two in front, which is Talon and let's see, who else do I want to have in front? It's going to be Talon and Arsenal are in front, along with Analog and Psychedel in the back. So,
Oh boy.
Okay.
all right. So as
So
you
sit
guys are
down.
all strapped in your nice armored spacesuits,
Oh
any
yeah. I
final
would just.
words?
That was the assist roll for aeronautics and engineering, correct?
Yes.
For checking that, making sure, just making sure.
Yep. The ship looks like it is fairly. It's a decent ship. You've seen these before. They are made for small transports. These are what are called Hell engines. What a Hell engine works by is that there is actually no real engine like to lift off. It has maneuvering jets for when it is in space. What happens is a laser is fired at the fuel inside of the cargo, inside of the ship. It ignites and fires you into space. And once you're in space, the maneuvering jets will kick over and take you to your location. So that is what you're able to determine with your 4 hits on your aeronautics mechanic roll. And everything seems to be in perfect order. So,
Is
okay
the
then.
Johnson there?
He's not going with you. No, you are inside of the
Or do I
bridge.
have
You
any
have a
communication
connection
with
to.
him?
Yes, you have connection with him.
Then I would
Yeah.
like to ask him first. So, is there someone waiting up there for us at the moment?
He says, "We don't know. We've lost communications. We're sending the appropriate IFF when you launch, but we're not able to communicate with him. That's why we're sending you."
Correct.
And then one of the technicians says, "Sir, if you can step back." And Mr. Johnson steps off the screen. The technician nods. He says, "It should be a fairly smooth ride. There's going to be significant G forces, so make yourself comfortable in the seat." And we're launching in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Four, six, two,
4,
one, go.
3, 2, 1. Let's take a break for 5 minutes, and everybody can go ahead and get yourself a drink. Use the bathroom if necessary, and I will see you all back in 5 minutes.
Part of me wishes that I had a bit of karma needed just to get aerospace piloting. But yeah, no. I'm not gonna do that.
I've got enough karma that I could get a rank in it.
Yeah, but I mean, how much karma is needed for an automatic learn or something or whatever? I'm confused.
It takes 2 karma and 24 hours for you to learn a new skill.
Yep, and we don't actually have 24 hours.
You've got about 24 seconds. Well, 10 seconds. Put it away.
It's like that's when burning edge comes in handy. Automatic success with 4 hits.
But we have enough time to learn exotic ranged weapon laser.
Well, we're gonna be
Well,
up there for a few
you're gonna
days.
be in there for a while, so
So technically,
Oh.
yes. You can kind of figure out, like, okay, without firing the weapon, this is what this does, by using, like, whatever.
I'm just gonna take the opportunity to spend the karma, and then we'll say that over the course of the trip.
She's kind of, yeah.
sure.
Let's see. It's not like I can really do that, though, so, oh well. I mean, granted, she has ranks in Talon has ranks in armor and engineering skills, so even if she can't pilot anything, if something goes amiss, Talon could probably fix it. Oh well, we have some time and we get something to drink.
Who was it who asked if we get the exactly the armored suit we got?
The Armadillo, Evo Armadillo spacesuits. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, those.
Yes.
I wanted to ask the person if
Oh, well, then
he
they'll
can
be
tell
back.
me about anything because I don't know this.
Oh, you were issued one, so it's fair enough
I
to.
know, but I don't know what it does. So
Oh,
yeah.
well then I will go to my armor tab and I will tell you. Let's see.
Well, no, I have it open, but my character
Oh,
doesn't know.
got you. Good to go. No problem. Also, keep in mind, you guys are going to be keeping this gear after the run, so don't think that you're going to be walking away with a armored spacesuit in addition to pay.
It would have been nice.
It would have been hella awkward.
If it doesn't get busted, I might take it. It has more armor than mine.
The suit is worth more than you're getting paid each.
Yes. To be honest, I just saw it. 24R. Sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything beyond the basic that fills up the capacity on it?
No, it's just a basic suit.
Alright.
Like I said, it's secondhand because they had to get this stuff done quick, and so it's not tricked out with any runner bells and whistles that you guys might eagerly enjoy. Because these are for civilians, not for runners.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so got Arsenal. We got
Back.
Cat. Who else is here?
Talon.
Talon's here. Look at this. We're moving along.
I never
Analog.
left.
Got
I,
Analog. Do we have a psychedel?
I got one
I
quick
never
question.
left, so yes.
Yay! You got one question? Go ahead with your one question.
Does a control rig act like a sim rig, in a sense?
Control rig? Like a
Yeah, for
sim
the.
rig? No, you can't
No.
record your experience in space.
Oh damn.
If you want to record your experience in space, you need one of those sim rig things, actually.
Which I don't have.
Ah, damn.
That's a shame.
Mm. All right, so you guys have been punched back into your seats by the bone-shaking force of the launch and gravity pulling against you, as it is oft want not to have people leave its grip. However, you are soon past the well of gravity, and everything feels like you are falling constantly as you are launched into space. You feel the directional thrusts kick in as the starscape expands in front of you. You can see the moon in the distance. It looks beautiful and radiant without the atmosphere between you and it. As you come across the curve of the earth, the ship begins to rotate a little bit, and you're able to see the blue marble that everyone else has to be stuck on, but you are in the free, cold night of space. In front of you, a space station. As mentioned, it is not quite as impressive as one would expect because it is an O'Neill cylinder. So it looks like a oblong cigar. Think of that shape made of dull gray metal rotating in space. Your ship angles in, and it starts sputtering out commands that you see scrolling along your screens, your AR screens, letting you know that it has sent along the proper IFF. The space station acknowledges. External defenses are now down, and your ship moves in to begin its docking procedures. And seeing that we have Talon in the captain's seat, Talon, I need you to roll me an edge check, please.
Oh boy. It's funny how I'm the captain and I only have 2 edge.
Dear God.
Why can't this be a teamwork edge?
Because you're the captain. Look at that. So as you start noticing as you're getting in there that there are a few errors starting to crop up on your docking procedure. Geez, what are you going to do now? Because it is starting to look like it is veering a little bit off of course for its land.
We have the
Are
issue
we
is
seeing them?
Well, you all see the commands, but it's just, I mean, you guys can make
Oh
a
boy.
knowledge check if you'd like, but he's the first one that noticed it. That's what I'm saying.
We're somehow going off course.
What? What do you mean?
How off course exactly?
Uh, can I
Well,
can
it's
I make
just
a
it's a few degrees, but it's a few degrees in space. So
we're talking maybe a degree, maybe half a degree, but I mean stuff like that is probably gonna put everything offset.
Analog tries to get that intern he requested on the line, seeing if he's writing this channel.
he reaches contact. Yeah, how can I help you? As you reach contact to the intern.
Hey, how's it going? We're getting a problem up here. Not sure if you can see it. Looks like we're going to be a little bit off course for the landing.
How
How's it
bad?
reading on your end?
It's
Uh,
coming up green for me.
it's for us. It's saying at least 2, maybe 3 degrees.
He draws a breath over his teeth as he thinks this over. He's like, all right, well, you're going to be in for maybe a rougher landing than we expected, so make sure to strap in.
Duly noted.
Out of character question. How
Yes.
do I type like the people did?
Do such me.
Slash me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Which makes for great streaming for people that have to squint to read this. So you guys strap in as your ship moves into the docking bay. You hear a heart-wrenching screech of metal as your ship grinds along and lands it goes into the docking procedure. Um, Need you guys make an audio perception check if you would, please?
Give me a moment.
I like it.
Wait, audio perception is same as regular perception, or?
Yes, but if you have the specialty for hearing or audio, then you get that plus 2.
Ah,
If not, then you just go with your basic. Oh,
Oh.
Arsenal. Proud of you there. Arsenal, you're just amazed at the sound of the screeching metal. You can hear nothing else because your mind is fixed on that. Let's
I'm
see
amazed by
here.
space.
Talon.
And the crash
Oh,
landing.
wow. Talon, you hear the soft hiss from the side of the ship that the screeching sound came from.
Oh no. Guy. Oh boy. I think we may have a breach.
Lids on, kids.
So y'all quickly snap on your your helmets, I'm guessing, by lids on. This
Yep.
is
Mm-hmm.
all right. So you get your lids on, you connect, you close the seal off, you hear the hiss of your own internal atmosphere, and that air is just fresh, clear, better than anything you've ever tasted in Seattle or anywhere else on Earth, really. But yeah, you guys are able to notice a couple things are really really blatantly obvious to even like the slowest member of the short bus. Not that any of you are the slow members of the short bus, but it's that obvious. It's two things. One, you have arrived. Two, you have lost communications.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Son of
Look, let's just try and get our way in, okay? So we can do from there.
All right, so you guys are going to pull that red lever to open the hatch, I guess. I don't know. How are you guys going to disembark?
Are there any windows outside so we can see outside?
Well, there are windows. That's how you were able to see the fragile blue sphere that you guys had departed.
So what are we seeing outside? What am I
Well,
seeing
you are
outside?
seeing the great thing about the cylinder that you're in is that you're able to look around, and what you see like above you in like the graceful curve is you see grass, you see like small buildings, you see what looks like a lake above you. Um, it's like a small internalized, you know, environment, you know, that you're inside. Um, there is a green light that is flicking next to comms. Other than that, you guys are not really much to notice inside of the ship. But
Green
outside,
light
it's like,
blinking.
yeah.
I will press whatever button there is to accept an incoming call.
Oh God, are you the
It's
rescue crew?
We were sent to see what was going on up here.
We
Rescue
had
crew
we had
sounds accurate.
we had system failures up here. There was an evacuation. I'm locked in. I wasn't able to get to the pods. I'm I'm trapped, and can you guys help me?
So stay calm. Where are you?
I'm not sure. I was jacked in. I'm not sure. I was in the pod.
Do you have a floor plan of the station?
didn't we
I
get
can
one?
try to get you one.
Please
And
do. We're gonna make our way inside.
all right, so you guys are heading further into the ship to get out through the cargo bays, or are you popping the popping the lid there and jumping out like action
I
heroes?
think we'll exit properly, so airlock and all that fun stuff.
All right, so you guys go to the airlock, and it takes a few moments for it to cycle out. The pressure equalizes, the atmosphere blends, and you are able to open the exterior hatch, and you are able to step into the area. You are eventually greeted with a map, and as opposed to what you would expect from a building, it is more of a neighborhood kind of setup. There are various buildings. There's like habitation, research, you know, recreation, things set up like that. And you have a nice large map of a neighborhood. The only thing odd about this neighborhood is the fact that it is rotating around you. You see parts of it over top of you as you're standing. It's a little bit disorienting, actually, if you think about it. Anybody have any kind of like motion sickness problems that might kick in? But I think you guys are all safe from that.
I think we're good on that one.
Thank
Yeah.
God, because if you'd have lost it when you were launching up there, and those helmets, that'd have been kind of rough. So, yep, you're able to look up this disjointed area above you. You see like the lake above you. You see several buildings that are sprawled out, and through the map, you're able to figure out, research. You're able to see one for like storage, or see one for like recreation, and then living quarters and stuff like that.
Akito looks up at the lake that's rotating slowly overhead. I keep expecting that to fall down.
Yeah, same here. But look.
Well, that would rain.
Anyway. Now, what's your name to begin with? Assuming he's still inside, communications.
Uh,
My name Name's Walker.
Right.
Walker, what happened that what exactly were these system failures?
We don't know. We were just doing some scans, and then the system started shutting down, and people started to panic. The atmosphere started to get a little bit strange. I was telling them, don't worry, there's breathable, but it was just like the crew went crazy. They weren't listening to me. I'm jacked into the system. I was the rigger, the spider. I guess that's what you guys would call it. That keeps an eye on the system. And they
Yeah.
just wouldn't listen to me. I was telling them everything's fine, but they didn't believe me.
Hmm.
We don't
So
have any atmosphere breaches or anything.
where would you normally have been
I would have been in
on the
I would have
station?
been in the R&D section. I think he
Well,
sounds a little bit confused.
Sekidol reaches out and tags the R&D section on the map.
How did you
Go
get
ahead,
to the
Tom.
pods?
Say again.
How did you get to the pods, Walker?
Well, this is where we plug in. It's safer to use wired connections up here because it's hard to get a wireless signal
Oh.
external. So we have to broadcast from satellites to reach communications. I think that the satellite might be damaged. I'm not able to get any external comms.
well,
You are
right
not
now
alone.
we were tasked to stay here for a few days, task the situation at hand, and see what we can do to reestablish communications, or at least at the very least, just figure out what's going on and head back and tell them.
Do you have a ship?
That's how we got up here.
You can take me back?
That we could do, yes, but we're still going to stay a few days and figure out what exactly happened.
We
I
Otherwise,
don't
do
know.
we do have a job to do up here other than rescuing you. But
You're
we'll,
you're not here for
but
rescue. You're not here for
nope.
rescue.
we're not.
Are you the last one up here?
I don't see anybody else on cameras.
well, well, we should. I'm assuming we have an extra. Do we have an extra seat inside the ship? I could fit him.
You do indeed. There was
Well,
5 people supposed to be here. Only 4 showed up for the job.
well,
So
we haven't. We do have an actual empty seat. Once we finish our job, we'll see about getting you out.
how
So,
fortuitous that Animal Control never responded to my Skype request for. Okay, go ahead.
Orson, I would say it outside of comms that, guys, is this thing going to fly again?
It's meant to be a
Good
return.
question.
It's a good question. Well, he is a
Meaning that
rigger.
we crash landed.
Besides, honestly, I would rather have him be aboard since he's been up here. He at least has better knowledge of how these things work than we do, even if it's not much.
Are you there?
Yep, we're here. We're here. We're just talking out of communications for a moment.
I've been alone. Sorry. Just. I'll wait.
Yeah. Just we'll try and find you, and we'll try to get you out of here while the rest of the team tries to figure out what's going on.
We'll get you out of here. Don't worry. We've got a job to do in addition to that.
But they did send you up here to rescue me, right?
To be honest, they have no idea what has gone up since communication has gone down. They don't know what's going up on
They
here.
weren't concerned about us?
I wouldn't. No, they were concerned. They just have no idea what's going on.
This is your
Okay.
first corp job, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Analog keeps quiet and looks at the other runners.
Are you there?
We're here. Hold on.
Um,
We're just trying to
So-
think right now.
you're a rigger, and you were on surveillance.
Yes.
And what have you seen?
Well, I don't know. I don't
You
feel
don't know,
so good.
like you can't explain?
I don't feel so good.
Let's just find him. For all we know, he is probably in a breached area of some form of shielding. If anything, we might want to get him out of there. That or he's probably just very, very lonely.
So it was the R&D, right?
Yes, R&D lab.
Hey
Then I
kid, do you
started
have
interviewing them.
access to the internal air monitoring?
Yes, I have all the
Link me into
systems.
that, please.
You are linked into atmospherics.
Going to I don't know how. Oh, I don't know what to roll for this, but Psychedel's going to
If you want to figure out
look through the atmospheric data and see if she can find some
E-warfare.
anomalies.
electronic operations. Yeah.
Yep. E-warfare. You can do it.
If you want, you can have Talon do it. I don't care.
Ooh.
Yes. All right. So what are you looking for in the atmospherics? The
She's
air is
looking.
breathable. There seems to be no breaches.
She's looking for any anomalies like nanite anything like nanite clouds, released toxins, anything that seems
There are no
odd.
impurities. Everything seems to be fine. No
Psychedel
night
says.
clouds.
Psychedel says on a private channel to the other runners, something about this seems off.
I mean,
Something
More
is.
so than usual for a run.
Everyone is gone, but everything is fine. Along those
look.
lines?
Yeah, private channel is like, okay, well, all I know is there's a trap person in here. We said we can try and getting him out. Let's just see what we can find up on our own, and if needed, we'll then find him and get him out of where he is. But for now, let's just figure out what happened.
Well then, sir, you are going to talk to him.
Yep. I return back to the original communications and saying, alright, we'll see what we can do from here. It may take us a while to find where you are if you have no idea where you're
Don't leave
actually
me.
trapped. We won't leave you. Alright? We're just gonna have to head over to R&D lab and see if we can find you through means by tapping ourselves in.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I've just been here for so long.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll stay on the station.
Thank you. I don't want to die here.
Won't.
All right. So you guys are free to mill about the station if you want. What are you guys looking for? I mean, I can describe to what you find, but I need to know what you're looking for.
Going to
Analog would like
R&D?
to start assessing the damage on the ship when it got into the bay.
All right. Go ahead and give me your aeronautics mechanics
Yeah,
rolls.
Talon's going to go ahead and assist with that as well.
That's great. Teamwork is important because this is your escape pod.
All right, so make your assist roll first.
Yes.
And Psychedel will help out too. She's got
Alright.
decent skills.
Before we do that, let's see if he can actually have all those many successes.
I know that's a whole lot of dice. I mean, damn, that in its own was pretty awesome. Too bad that's the assist roll, right?
Yep.
That's two assistings, fixings.
All right,
Lots of
so
dice.
I'm gonna be adding 9 to my roll. Is that the right?
Do you have 9 in the skill?
I have 7 in the skill.
Then you'll be adding 7.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, you have 7 skill and then your attribute, or 7 in your pool?
7 in the pool.
Then you're going up to your skill. What is the skill without the attribute?
Ooh. We probably should have done rock paper scissors then. Yeah, skill is 2.
Then you add 2 more dice.
Mine's also at 2, so it didn't really matter for me.
There you go. You can do this. I have absolute faith in you. Just, don't glitch. Because if you glitch,
We're
that's
probably going to
hilarious.
stay stranded up here.
Well, I would be the first person to TPK people in space because
Oh, granted,
I don't think you can walk back.
wonderful.
A heart
Will,
form, maybe?
eat your heart out. All right, go ahead. No pressure. You can do this.
I already made the roll. 4 successes.
I just see assistings. Oh, assisting. Okay, my mistake. Thought I was assisting. All right, so you check out the damage. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a problem. It's it's not that the ship won't make it, because the ship will be able to make it. I mean, you're guaranteed that the maneuvering thrusters will be able to get you into reentry. The only problem with that is that you probably won't have any atmosphere by the time you reach landfall. So you're probably going to need to put a little bit of Bondo on that.
Space Bondo.
Something like that. I want to
Okay.
speckle that shut. A little bit of heat shielding repair.
Well,
make sure-
hopefully. Well, I mean, this is a space station. They should have stuff on it to deal with, damages like this.
You would think so. That's
We
true.
we
Or another escape pod.
didn't we also get sent some
So-
repair gear?
You do have repair gear.
Anyway, look, guys, you do what needed. I'm gonna head over to R&D and plug myself in, see what I can find myself.
Oh, you're gonna plug
I'm
yourself
taking
in.
alone.
Awesome.
I mean, if everyone wants to make sure that nothing comes up on me, then go ahead and do so. But
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll go.
I'm
I'll go and watch the Deckers back.
I'm not a decker.
Oh, whatever you are.
It's Talon.
All right. So the R&D is kind of a pod. It is like a big geodesic dome that you would enter into, and that is where the laboratory areas would be. And so you head over to the hatch, which is like an airlock, just in case. You go up to it, and you hear, "Is that you?"
Yeah, that's me.
A camera focuses in. "Who are you? What is your name?"
You can call me Talon for now.
"Thank you, Talon. I was worried you were going to leave me."
I won't.
The door cycles to green and opens up.
Obviously, she's gonna have She's gonna have her weapon at the ready. It's just, I'm gonna say I am armed. It was more for a precaution on the off chance, since we were told that scavengers were up here, possibly.
I am
There
too,
are
and
scavengers. We have seen them. They've flown by, and our automated defenses have managed to keep them away.
Like I said, I won't raise my gun. However, I do have it on me, just for your own information.
Okay, I'm
Volker,
not armed.
Can you check the outside of the station?
I can try. The cameras are real staticky.
Oh.
All right, so as you step into this airlock, the door closes behind you with a magnetic clunk. The light turns from green to purple, and you feel a vibration rumbling across your spacesuit. And then all of a sudden, there's a splat, and a whole bunch of gel just splatters on your suit. I mean, obscuring your vision. It's just thick purple gel has just been spurted all over your suit,
What?
and you feel it
What
vibrating.
the hell?
Wait, who is this, Talon, or
Yes, inside of the
what the
lock.
what the heck? What the heck was that?
And it starts
I
to
don't know.
fizz, and it starts to bubble.
It's
And then-
acidic.
I'm trying
And
to
then
remove it from the suit.
Yeah,
You start
I'm just. Yeah, I'm
wiping
gonna
it
start
with
wiping.
your suit. Oh God, you're wiping it, and it smears across your face mask, and you're able to see that it's starting to fade away as you've been disinfected to enter into the R&D lab. The door opens up.
You should
So,
probably. You should.
So yeah, you're in the R&D lab and you take a look around and you see like various machines. See, the thing about space is that they don't get quite the updates that everyone else does. I mean, you're looking at technology in here that you probably haven't seen since the 2060s. You know,
So
I
yeah,
mean,
Talon would probably have seen this around before. She's an
yeah, I
elf.
mean, it's older tech. You know, it's bigger
It's older
machines than
tech, but
you're
it
used
checks
to.
out.
Right. Um, you see various actual screens, not AR screens. These are physical displays that are showing like static. This would be
holy
the
cow.
sky
Like
above
in
the
the movie.
port if you were in Chiba City. Um, so it's they're staticked out. You don't see anybody in here. As you look around, you notice that like there are vials and stuff that have been dropped on the ground as if people had left in a haste. Um,
Anything
Is this the
broken?
main lab or
well, yeah, there's
okay?
plenty of broken things. There's chairs turned over. There's vials broken on the ground. There's actual paper that is littered around on the floor.
Is there any
Talon's.
more doors or
Tal-
something that leads out or
Well,
somewhere?
there's other doors past this room, yes.
Talon's gonna pick up one of the fallen papers and see what's on it.
It's various like technical reports, like we're going to be experiencing solar flares within the next few days. That the shielding should hold up, nothing for anyone to be concerned about. Just be advised, blah blah blah.
How
And
long?
we're going to switch to analog. Analog, what are you doing?
I was actually gonna look at the paper. Well, hold on. Did I?
So
I
you're
don't
all
know
in
if
the research
GM.
lab? That's awesome.
That was the question. Was it GM wave that we were all in there?
Well, I thought it was just Talon, but I'm happy for
I
everybody
know.
to
I
be
know.
there.
Talon did ask if anyone wanted to accompany her.
Yes, and Orzana went with him.
Okay, so you're all there. Great. This is beautiful. Okay, so you're all in the research lab.
Okay,
So,
so my question is, a lot of those papers and other instruments and whatnot should have timestamps or dates on them.
mhm.
How long ago are the last of these
A week.
dates or times?
It was a week ago. Was the last one from the papers that you're able to find.
All right, so our pod guy is dehydrated beyond belief. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Are there any working terminals or
Well,
computers?
they're all lit up, but they're all staticky.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is it like a keyboard?
Yes, there are
Or
physical keyboards, though not those annoying mechanical ones.
oh,
They've evolved
can
past
I
those.
can I try to fix it somehow? Like,
Sure, you could make a hardware check if you'd like to,
why does it have to be hardware?
because it's hardware.
I can default that, right?
You can.
Oh, I can.
Talon, what are you doing? Psychedel? Anybody? We got Arsenal's
Oh,
like get on the terminal. It's awesome.
Psychedel is going to take a look around the periphery of the room and see where these other doors lead.
All right. So you're going to open up one of the doors. You walk over to it, and there's a red light, and you're able to press your finger next to it, and it turns to green. And then there's a swoosh as the door opens up, and it is dark. I mean, like there are no lights in there. Do you have thermographic vision?
No, but I do have a low light flashlight.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, that
Well,
looks like that hardware is not coming up right now, but you can take a little bit of time working on it.
This is not a glitch.
It's not a glitch. So you switch on your light.
Yes, I do.
All right. So you switch on your light and you start panning it around. The air in here is Well, no, you're wearing your spacesuit, so don't worry about what the air's like. It's fine. Everything's great.
Although I
Beautiful.
will pay attention to the information about the air that my spacesuit is going to be sending me.
Oh yes, of course. It's breathable. So as you're patting your light around, you notice that this is kind of like a you see tables that have been flipped over facing towards the doors. It's like hastily moved furniture in here, like filing cabinets, for lack of a better term, have been turned over. Chairs have been shoved towards the door. You see a figure that is sitting in a chair in the at like the end of the room. He's kind of slumped over.
I'll
Cables are plugged into the base of his skull.
I'll talk to the spider.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have um, the security feeds for this room I'm in? And I sent him the like transponder coordinates.
There's no cameras in that room.
Okay. I see somebody jacked in here. That might be you.
What does he look like?
I look over at the person. What does he look like?
No, he's human, middle aged, dark hair, Eurasian. Uh, looks a little bit thin. Looks a little bit pale. Make a
Middle age.
perception check.
Okay.
Visual, of course.
I leave the computer and follow the guys.
Oh yeah, and he also looks a little dead.
On second thought, that may not be you. I'll go over
who is?
and
What's his name?
I'll go over and look at the name tag. Middle aged Eurasian, black hair, kind of thin.
Is Jay Walker? Is on his chest where his name would be. Name tag.
It says Jay Walker.
That's me. Can you unplug me?
Why don't you jack out first? Because dump shock's probably not going to be very nice to you.
I can't.
You can't. You're locked in?
Yes, I can't move. I can't do this.
Okay. Psychedel checks the pulse.
There is no pulse.
She checks again.
Yeah, you're definitely sure there's no pulse.
Walker, you're dead.
I'm not dead. I'm talking to you.
Way to be a
I'm
dick
just-
about it.
I'm jacked
I
in.
just,
Well, I see a corpse and you are talking to me. So you are either a ghost or dead.
a little of both.
This isn't funny.
I didn't
No, it's not.
say what is funny.
I'll send Walker a view from my contacts from the little cameras in my contacts.
You have cameras in your contacts?
No, but I sent him. No, the suit would have a camera on it. There we go.
Oh, yes. Your suit would have a camera. Okay.
I
So you're sending the
I sent him the feed from my suit camera.
That's me.
I'm looking at you, and I put my finger up against his throat, and I send him because I assume it would have something like a way to check someone else who's outside your suit and see if they're okay.
Well, I thought that Psychedel pulled off her glove to check the pulse. So.
No, I didn't say I did.
Oh well, then how did you check a pulse?
Biomonitor?
Would there be a biomonitor or a way? What about tactile sensors in the suit fingers?
No. So, well, we'll just go ahead and assume that you looked very intently. So let me know in the future, if you're going to actually
Right.
not do something like that, because I'm curious.
No, okay, so no, Sekadel didn't crack her seal, but
Okay, so
she's
she looked very intently.
she's fairly certain that this is a corpse.
Fairly certain, yes, it does. It does appear that he is not breathing. And he's like, "But I'm not dead. I can't be dead. I don't want to die up here. I don't want to be alone."
Mm, I
That's
would like to
Not have a choice in that.
search his corpse
Okay.
for anything.
Yeah,
Keycard maybe.
you're able to find a key card. You're able to find a comm link.
Oh,
Yeah, you're able to see that he's plugged into a terminal, but he has his little personal effects in there.
for the moment, I take the keycard and pass the comlink to
There's
Talon
a little
maybe.
hollow projector in
I'm
his
get-
pocket.
We're not sure you have. I mean, you are jacked in, and being jacked in does have the tendency to look lifeless, but you're not really seeming to. Oh, from what the rest of the people here are saying, that not seeming to show any form of viable life
You're
signs.
not breathing, kid.
Could you quit playing and just unplug me?
Look, I'd rather let's not. We'll see what we can, but I don't think Dumb Shock's gonna be very friendly in this matter. We'll see what we can do to actually manage to unlock you so you can unplug yourself.
hang on, Walker. Is there
Yes.
a med kit nearby?
Yes.
I have one on me.
So Psychedel will use the med kit to check his vitals.
Okay. So somebody had a med kit. What rating is your med kit?
I have a pocket medkit of rating 3.
3.
I think.
All right.
Yes.
So we're only 66, sir.
Me or the Psychoden?
Well, you're the one that owns the med kit. Are you going to hand it over? Or are you going to
Yes.
say, "Get out of the way, I'm a professional"? Oh,
Since
that,
you
Wow,
rolled.
that's pretty awesome. Yeah, he's fine.
So after seeing that, I would like to attempt the same thing.
Yeah, you could definitely try that. Like, we need a second opinion.
I think we'll say that Psychedel fumbled it and attached the
Drop-
leads to the wrong person or something. I don't know.
Just,
Oh,
you
okay,
didn't even
guys.
put the leads in correctly.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
through. Let me through. I'll take another look.
Can I
I would
add
I would
my
like-
first aid?
Yes, you can.
No, that thing's obviously broken. I got this. I'm gonna be taking trying to get a vitals check, with a negative penalty due to the spacesuit and just using my skill.
Okay. So go with the -6.
Okay. Oh, hold on, mechanical keyboard.
But you can roll. Go ahead, Arsenal.
Alright. So
There's
I
not
would
enough
roll
cheese
my-
in this kitchen.
first aid, and what would I get for the
+3 for your med kit.
Alright.
All right, look at that. 2 hits. Good job. All right, analog. Waiting for Arsenal? Huh, Arsenal, yeah. He's over there fumbling around with his suit, but you got the leads connected. And you both able to come up with the conclusion that, you guys might not be exactly sure, because, I mean, there's a guy that is trying to fumble for vitals through a spacesuit, and a guy that is not a professional, but dead is pretty much dead. And this man is dead.
So I use the suit cam to show him the readout on the med kit.
How is this?
I make sure
I feel
to show
fine.
that I make sure to show that the leads are hooked up to him properly and it's actively reading his vitals and there's nothing flatline.
This isn't fair.
You said
I
there was a
didn't-
holo
I didn't-
projector in. Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead. There was a hollow projector in his pocket.
I would like to
This
check
isn't fair. As you
Walker,
click on the
life
hollow
isn't
projector.
fair.
Hold on,
You're right.
where exactly are the cables leading into?
You're right. Life isn't fair.
Where's the cable?
Life is not fair. As you click on the holo projector, you see a picture of Walker and this young lady. She's got like long blonde hair, leaning against his shoulder, smiling into the camera.
Well, that's staying here. And I put it down.
This is not. You're right. Life isn't fair.
Well, you can
To
look
be
at the
honest,
bright
It's
side.
not. It's not right that I was left up here.
this doesn't make sense though. If you're dead or unconscious, you're technically already,
I
shoved
need
out
you
of the
guys to make a tactile perception check, if you would please.
tactile. So
Yes, that is your sense of touch.
I think we would probably take. I think we would take a penalty because spacesuit.
No,
It's like honestly, I'm just confused because I've been unconscious
wow.
when plugged in. And I was jumped out the moment I went unconscious.
Uh huh. Wow, look at all these perceptions. Psychedelic. Psychedelic. Look at that, 6 hits. You're able to feel. All right, so you're used to, by now. You guys have all felt the rotation of the ship as it does a centrifugal force to create gravity. But psychedelic, you're able to notice that the axis begins to turn. So not only is it rotating to create gravity, but it's turning along the other axis now. It is reorienting.
So the Coriolis effect is shifting.
Just a touch, yes.
Oh boy.
You're able to feel that with 100% certainty. The rest of you guys are starting to feel, except for Talon. Talon's doing great. Look at these leads, and I'm like checking all these vitals. It's important. But yeah, you guys are starting to realize that the station is starting to reorient.
We may have a problem here.
It's not fair. This shouldn't have happened to me.
Walker.
Calm down.
I'm not. I shouldn't
Walker.
be dead.
Walker.
I had my whole life ahead of me.
Walker! Easy.
What?
Okay? You're still
No.
here, alright?
I'm not here. I'm dead. You said I'm dead. You said life is not fair. I'm going to make it fair. I'm going to make it fair.
All right, I'm gonna put the I'm not gonna put the brakes on you, but let me guess, you're crashing the station into your
No.
boss's office.
Oh no. They're going to know that you can't do this to people. They're going to know that I was alive.
Walker, we can still get you off of here, but
I'm dead. What good's it going to do to me? You can pull the meat
Walker,
back,
Walker,
but
where
I'm
are you
not
from?
there.
Which city are you from?
exactly. You're not in your meat anymore.
I'm inside of a computer. I don't have any way of getting down there. You can't download me into anything and carry me down there. I won't fit on some fragging chip. But you know what I can do? I could fire this fragging mass driver at Seattle and show them that I was alive. They will remember me when the city is a smoking crater.
Walker, listen.
And we're going to
I
pause.
found a holo projector in your pocket. There was a woman on it.
It's my wife.
Are you going to crash the space station into Seattle and kill her as well?
Oh no, she's not in Seattle. She's in Georgia. She'll be fine.
She would know that you did this, and she would never forgive you.
I have a math CPU. Could I do a calculation to see how widespread a crash like that would cause? Like how far?
Oh, it's not a crash. Are you guys familiar with Thor shots?
Yes.
That's what a mass driver is. Basically, he is going to fire something about the size of a VW bug into the middle of Seattle. It's going to hit like a nuclear bomb downtown.
Well, I mean, if we're being informed that the things reorienting, how long do we probably have before things happen?
Well, you probably got about 2 hours before it's aimed.
Well, first things first, we're gonna have to do this. Oh, are we taking a break by chance, or I don't know? Are we?
I had to fill the water for my cat, but no, we're good to go for a little bit more. So yeah, It's gonna be about 2 hours before it's oriented on Seattle. You know what? I'm taking the hub with me, guys.
Walker,
Hey,
Walker, stand down. We don't know if you're dead or not. For all we know, this is probably some odd
You
body.
just said I was. You sent me the biometrics.
For all we know, it has your name tag. That doesn't mean anything. For all we know, there's a dead person here that has your name tag. All right, I've been jumped it out of various things before when tab 10. I know this shouldn't happen.
It
Why
shouldn't
would you
happen.
just destroy a city when you can be part of Crash 3.0? Now you're
3.0.
listening. Allow me an idea. So, alright, communications here are currently disabled, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we came up here. We were supposed to get information and relay it back planet side, right? And that's a yes. You don't actually know that, but yes, we were supposed to do that. So, instead of leveling an entire city, I would propose, since I'm assuming you have administration access to the station, get us over to the satellite relay. We're going to fix the satellite, and while we're reporting back to your boss, you jockey on that signal back planet side, and then, well, it doesn't have the crater effect of a city, but yeah, I think you liked my headline if you're still quiet.
He's listening. You do still feel the ship orienting, I mean, the station orienting, though, as he's listening.
Think about it,
The ability
Walker.
to do more than one thing at once.
Think about it. We can you can still get home. There's
You're
bodies
going
out there that you could reclaim.
to reclaim?
Well, Stay could claim to. They do make anthropomorphic drones.
You feel the
Fuck that, drive a
station's
tank.
still rotating slowly. You could fix the communications and get me out?
That's what we came here to fix the communications.
And the station.
You being here was a surprise. We can get you home, but
You
if you
won't
drop,
leave me.
we won't
You
leave you.
better
But if
not
you,
leave me.
we won't leave you. But that, if you drop that bomb on Seattle, then
You'll all die with
you're going to be a monster.
And you will live here forever with it.
just fix it and get me out of here. You've got 2 hours.
Good stuff.
And now we
So,
should probably take a break.
yes, now we're going to take our 5 minute break. So, we're doing great now. So, at hour 2, we're going to take 5 minute break. I will see you guys back at '09 of the call. So, streamers, you've got a mass driver pointing at your head, and you have a team here that may or may not be able to save you. Let's see how it goes. It's great to have had this run approved by Thematics.
As a side note, I would like to thank the Arizona Department of Corrections for giving me the training necessary to defuse a situation like this.
Like that was really well done, and I'm surprised that I was expecting the GM to make us start rolling persuasion checks or whatever.
Oh yeah, I would have bombed those.
I'm fine with a little LOE when it comes to role playing.
But that was some really well done negotiation.
I also appreciate the idea of someone being named Analog being the catalyst for Matrix Crash 3.0.
I know, right? We're gonna go back to sticks and stones and maybe some smoke signals to communicate, because wireless matrix can only get worse.
So I'm thinking, and I know this is duplicitous as hell, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we may want to fix
Not let him
whatever
on the ground, maybe.
we may. So my thinking is we're going to want to turn off whatever jamming is preventing us from communicating with the ground, but not necessarily turn on the satellite dish until we've had a chance to talk with our Johnson. Let him know that there's a former employee of his who's become an e-ghost and has gone a little bit, got decided to be a little bit vengeful. So it might be a good idea to air gap everything around that satellite dish that he's going to send himself home through.
So if we fix the jamming and say that the satellite is operational and we want to talk to the Johnson, what stops him from connecting to that call and going out?
So my thinking is we use our ship to talk to the Johnson.
That could
So
work.
so we turn off the jamming. We send a message from our ship's communications array. Then we finish fixing the station's communications.
All right, so we are back from our break. Streamers, as you realize, there is a mass driver that is slowly being pointed towards Seattle. There is apparently an e-ghost that has just been told, dude, you're fucking dead, by some very inconsiderate runners who has decided that on the fact that being that he is dead, he is going to take all of Seattle with him because that is where they launched from. So they managed to talk him down, suggesting that perhaps he could become Crash 3.0 and destroy the new Matrix as opposed to just destroying a city. Currently, he is thinking about this as the station has to orient to fire the mass driver down upon the unsuspecting sprawl beneath them. And we return to our team who has decided that perhaps duplicity is the best way to solve this by not directly connecting him to the Matrix, but contacting Mr. Johnson by their ship. And we return to our players now. Go ahead.
So I would like to speak outside of comms so that he can't hear or on a private channel. That what if we kill it?
How? I mean, I don't think anyone here has any.
Mainframe has to be somewhere.
Yes, but the thing is, I don't think anyone here is actually knowledgeable in the arts of actual electronic warfare.
Actually,
You have guns. I have guns.
Yes, but they're all
yeah.
fungible rounds.
Who said that?
Actually,
Attention station. Anyone aboard?
yes, we're here. We're just figuring out how to best go about
This is a
fixing
new
the
voice.
communications.
You're-
New voice?
From my understanding, the station has been evacuated. We see no escape pods in your bays. Anyone remaining aboard shall become members of our crew as we lay claim to this vacant station.
Over.
Please lay your arms down. Surrender. We will be docking in 20 minutes.
I'm gonna open communications back up with Walker. I'm assuming you. I don't mean to interrupt, and while we still have time, I'm assuming you heard that message, correct?
This is the salvagers.
You said this thing has external defenses. We can do what we can, but I don't think our small arms could be any benefit if they board.
I don't.
think you could.
We could practically
I'm not able to.
destroy the station.
Your ship deactivated them when you came in.
Oh, damn.
Psychedelic coughs.
Can you reactivate
We
it?
may have a solution to this problem.
What?
I have a steel lynx which doesn't have frangible rounds.
What are you suggesting?
I have SMS. If that works.
We can't afford breaching the damn interior because we'd be putting ourselves at risk.
Do you have a better plan?
Granted, no, but I mean, if we can keep it, I don't know, prevent them from docking somehow to give us a little more time. That I really have no clue.
You could wait them at the docking bay, set a trap.
Well, what trap do you propose?
One with guns.
What with guns? The best plan ever. What solution do you have? Guns. Guns are all.
Well, then, granted, they have spacesuits. I mean, if we just have to do is make well, I don't know.
If we vent the docking bay, probably it has 2 doors or something.
It does have an airlock.
Yes.
So you're saying vent the atmosphere in the airlock where they station?
No,
Where they dock?
vent them as they come in.
Oh.
No, there will be a ship there. Never mind.
Okay, it's exciting.
I would like to point out if things. I go to a private channel for this one.
Mhm.
I'd like to point out that if things do go to shit, we might be able to pin the nuking of Seattle on these guys. Just saying.
Where do you? That is a good scapegoat. Yes. Where do you expect for us to land without people noticing without noticing a ship reorbiting?
Nuking, allowing this guy to nuke Seattle is not an option.
Obviously not. I live there.
That's the only reason.
That is really the only reason.
Can you blow up the Earth? God, I hope not. That's where I keep all my stuff. Go ahead. Sorry.
Alright, so they speak to us through an internal comm. Can we
Yes.
speak back to them? Or talk back to them?
I don't know.
I would like to ask Walker about that.
I'm not able to make it. I'm not able to give external communications. I haven't been able to reach anybody for a week. The automated defensive have kept them away, but they're off now.
How did they
strobe
talk to
lights?
us?
Your ship disabled them.
Okay, here's a good question. I can operate remote turrets. Is there a way for me to manually plug myself in to the actual turrets?
You would need
Or
to be
whatever
in my
you-
chair.
I would like to go to a private channel and stop him from doing that. He is in the system. He could jack into you.
That's a good point, but
Guys, I remember something from an old Tritio I saw. Okay, so back in the day when ships didn't have the Matrix, they would use lights to communicate to each other. Do we have any external lights we can try to use to signal them?
Probably.
Wouldn't it be better to try and actually communicate with them
communications
first?
are down.
That's what we are trying.
Yeah, we have 20 minutes before they board, and we don't have any form of actual communications.
They got to us, we may be able to get to them. Because none of us has actually tried to respond.
Okay, what about this plan? If we manage to kill them, we could take their ship. Or something. So we have an escape means.
But we don't know how to pilot the damn thing.
Oh, shit. The Walker, that. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, no. We have 20 minutes to figure out what to do with the borders, and then those 20 minutes is going to really grind into the thing of the 2 hours we have before Seattle goes boom.
Okay, so all right, got it. I'll start working on the satellite array. You guys start working on the borders.
We also need to stop the jammer.
I have. Oh no, 'cause I have fly spies on me, but I don't know if I can see what I can do about fighting the noise and trying to actually locate the jammer itself. But I mean it's a long shot.
Could anything
Assuming
go wrong
it,
if you try?
it's kind of assuming that I'm kind of assuming that there's a jammer. It may just be that the communications are down for
Well, I
some
mean,
other reason.
well, I mean, one of the papers did inform of a solar flare. We don't know if it already happened or not.
All right, let's stick with
I'm
our
gonna
plan.
look. I'll
Nothing's going
just
to happen over this.
you know, look, I'll see what I can do with what I can find with my fly spy, since I do have forms of scanning on those things. If I can't get them to work, I can't get them to work. Well, you guys deal with the borders, and obviously whoever is going to work with satellite, work with satellite.
I switch over to the channel with Walker and ask him to start getting me in the right direction.
Walker.
GM, are you there?
If you want to control the automated defenses, you have to be in my chair.
No, we're talking about showing her way to this where the satellite is to actually try and fix it.
That's external. You're going to need to do a spacewalk. You'll have to get to a tether and an airlock,
Fun.
and he will link your location to the airlock.
All right. I'm gonna start heading that way. Now, I do a quick check of my spacesuit, make sure that the boots are working, that I
Mhm.
have enough oxygen supply for a spacewalk, etc., etc.
Oh, sure. You've got plenty of oxygen. You're able to refresh it inside of the station with a new cell.
Okay. I also asked Walker to do a diagnostic of what he can figure out is wrong with it. That way, I can have some of the tools ready to go out there and
There
take care of the problem.
there may be the cable may have been severed. Take some extra cable. I don't know if I could fix it. I would. I don't want to be here.
And that's why I'm here to help you, man.
Walker, can you pinpoint me to the location where they will come in? They are.
Yes. He pings the other end of the spindle to where you guys have to go to. Where you came in on one side, they're coming in on the other.
All right. You got the location.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
I
what
start heading
precautions
there.
you guys doing? Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway, meanwhile, Talon's going to attempt to see if she can get the fly spies to work.
Oh, they work fine. They fly around. There's plenty of space for them in here.
How much? What's the noise level of the area by chance?
There's no noise.
Okay, no noise. Okay, so it's definitely not a So it's definitely something on the actual station's end. It's nothing. It's not an actual jammer then.
That's right.
Supposedly. In that case, I'm definitely not gonna send them outside of the vacuum of
No,
space.
that'd be kind of hard for them to fly with their little wings when there's no atmosphere.
Well, in that case, I can always move them towards the airlock and whatnot, and see what I can find through their scanners.
All right, so you're sending them towards the airlock. They
Mhm.
are definitely able to confirm to you that this is a solid surface.
Well, anyway, I can have at least one set there, which does have ultrasound and X-ray, so I can easily, once the airlock opens up, I can see how many are gonna board before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and have the other two come back to me, since I can't really use the fly spice for anything else now.
Yep, they're able to scatter around the area and everything like that. So yeah, at least you got eyes in the air.
Yeah, that's the main idea, is just have them set somewhere safe, and when the time comes, use their scanners to see how many people are gonna be aboard.
All right. So what are the rest of you guys doing? I know Analog is heading towards the airlock, I believe, right? Or was I wrong?
I'm heading to the specified airlock to get out to the comms array. I'm not sure
All
if
right.
it's the same one that we're going to be
Nope.
getting our guest from.
Nope. There's not.
You
Arsenal
will
is
be
heading to meet the invaders.
I'm assuming you may want some backup with the spacewalk.
So 2 of you going on spacewalk, 2 of you going to go meet the invaders? Is that what I'm understanding?
It makes sense for the spacewalk to go in pairs in case someone gets severed. They can grab on something.
Well, that's a good point.
By the so who's coming with me? Seattle to the airlock with the invaders.
And you have a fly spy active. So once the first airlock opens, it can scan and see how many people are probably going to board.
Psychedel will also set her fly spies going, which I should have done earlier but didn't.
It's all right. That's what they're there for. They can go out when you're ready. So you now have a veritable swarm of fly spies buzzing around. If they were flies, they would definitely be attracted to Walker because he's been dead for a while. All right, so we now have the spacewalking crew heading towards the airlock. This is exciting, guys.
I would
refresh your
like to
yourselves.
ask that how many airlocks are there on that side? So how many airlocks
Well,
do they attach to? One?
there's only the one that they're going to, but there's like 12 airlocks on the station.
Do
But
I?
that's the one that's closest to the communication satellite.
So I would like to ask Walker to pinpoint me to the exact one.
Well, he
To
has.
create a bottleneck there.
He's pinpointed that to the group, the one that's closest to the satellite dish.
All right. Then wait, not to the satellite dish, to the invaders.
Oh, then that would be the docking bay. Yes, he will link you to the secondary docking bay.
All right. If I know which one they will come in, can I create a bottleneck there? Maybe.
Well,
that
yeah,
they can.
because they're going to have to come through. They're going to have to debark from their ship and then enter through an airlock, much like you guys did.
Yeah. So I
Because
would
there's
like to
no
find some
atmosphere in
cover
there.
and prepare, maybe.
Oh, sure, you're able to work up some cover if you want to. How are you doing it? What are you looking for? What kind of cover are you doing? This is your time to shine.
Great
Suppose
supplies, maybe. Metal vehicle parts.
Well, you got
Anything I
20
can-
minutes, so you're starting to lug big, heavy metal things over. Who's helping him? Is he doing this by himself?
Psychedel will help. She'll also set up her steel links to kind of overwatch at that airlock.
All right, so now you got the steel links is sitting there purring like a very deadly kitten. As I reach over to rub my very deadly kitten laying beside
Actually,
me.
I have a question. This is completely random. What exactly does the steel links look like? I'm confused.
Give me half a second and I'll have an image for you.
Thank you. Anyway, we continue.
What guns do I see on that steel links? Is it the
Stoner
cannon?
Ares, it's got a Stoner Ares M202 currently loaded with APDS.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be great. I'm loving it already. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm just excited to be part of this. That's a steel links.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, this is great. So it's got its machine gun that's sitting there and it's perked and ready. You guys have managed to get your things together, and the other crew is starting to head to the airlock. You get your cells set up. You check your tethers, and then you palm the button to open the airlock, and it slides open, and it's an airlock. You guys are able to step inside of it, and door closes behind you with the magnetic chunk of the locks behind you as it seals closed. There is a red flashy light, because there's always a red flashy light that's rotating in the domes that is bubbling around.
Magnetic boots on.
You got the magnetic boots click in as the doors open up to the majesty and void of the great beyond of space. Stars around you. Gold shield comes down over your eyes to protect you from radiation, because gold shields are protective and awesome.
If only we weren't pressured by time where where we would die and they'll be blown up. Otherwise, I would have enjoyed this.
I know, right? So yeah, you guys are exiting onto the side of the spindle as you're outside of the rotation. Good thing those magnetic boots you guys thought to get those, right? So
Yep.
you're clunking along the hole. It's slow moving because you got to like take a step, unlock, step forward, lock, and you're able to start making your way around the hole. And the guys that are exterior to the ship, I need you to make a perception check, and we're looking for a threshold of 4 here.
For what?
Don't
Just a general perception?
It's visual.
don't magnetic boots usually aren't they like something that you calibrate so that you stick it to the
Have you
hole?
calibrated yours yet? I didn't hear.
I'm assuming.
Like,
I'm assuming. I think we kind of did that while we were waiting for the second before we opened the second airlock.
Like
all right,
wouldn't that fall under the rule of assumed competence?
not really, but that's fine. You guys can take a moment to calibrate your boots as you're looking around, making that perception check with a threshold of 4.
Just give me a moment. I need to. I have all these things I need to put in for modifications that aren't added to Tremor.
No problem.
Ouch. Screw it. I'm edging that. Okay, wonderful.
Oh, look at all that. All right, so this is great. So Talon, you're in space. This is something that most people would never get a chance to see. And you are beholding upon 2 things that become really apparent to you. First of all, you notice that there's just a pulse on your radiation reader that just it spikes. You're probably sure that that would be the solar flare, but the more pressing issue, other than the spaceship that is coming towards your ship, is the small streak that you see. I mean, it's not a very big one, but it's like a trail of mist passes through the station. And the guys inside, I need you to make an auditory perception check, if you would, please.
Who are waiting for the invaders?
Yes, that are waiting for the invaders. Oh, wow. Look at those 5 hits.
Spatial recognizer adds only 1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
All right, well, it's easy enough. Arsenal, you hear an explosion. Psychedel, you hear what at once would sound like one explosion, but because you are so in tune and ready for what's going up, you notice that it is 2 that happen within a fraction of a second of the others. Like, I mean, I can't even do it fast enough. That it sounds like one. And there are flashing lights. There's a klaxon going on inside of the station. As you hear Walker come in. What just hit us?
Well, we
I'm
would
trying
like
to
to know
seal the
that.
breach.
On which end it is?
It's on both sides. Something just punched through us. Are they firing? You guys external? No, they didn't fire anything.
Are we able to? So I'm assuming this is within actual radio communication. That's inside our spacesuit. We can hear this.
Yes, you can communicate inside.
Yeah. It's like, no, we're outside right now. They did not fire at us.
Hmm.
You're venting atmosphere. I'm closing down. I'm closing down the sections.
Wait,
God, what hit us? Something. They didn't fire on us. What hit us?
where
Can
is the
you?
leak, Walker? Exactly.
It's on both sides of the station. Something punched directly through the station.
Wait, both. What?
A bit of debris or a missile or something came in on one long side of the station, went through it, and went out the other side.
Is pressure building up? Maybe.
It's much like the diagram there. Something went through the station like that.
So it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, we never did unlids, so
All
Yep,
right, if
that's
you can
true.
seal the breach.
I'm working on it now. I'm closing hatches. Foam is being dispensed. Oh God, you guys are at 60%. It's going to take a while to rebuild that up. That's what the plants are here for. It'll take a while, but I wouldn't pull off your helmets anytime soon. So you guys are outside, heading around the ship.
Wait, Walker, did you close the hatch they went in to fix the antenna?
Yes, they're outside. They'll be fine for the next couple hours. They should have enough air for 2 hours.
Now, I will say, there's a large. Suit's saying there's a lot amount of radiation spiking in the area. Is the solar flare still going on, or is that just normal when it comes to
Oh,
space?
it's still going on.
That could probably be the reason why the communications are down.
Could be.
Let's hope.
a week-long solar flare though.
No,
Could happen.
no, it just now spiked. Well, good thing is there's those red flashy lights that are going on to let you know that there's something happening, because the rest of the lights go out inside of the station. You guys on the surface, the station is gone completely dark.
I'm assuming that's you cutting power.
There's no reply.
Oh boy.
Walker, lights up, please.
There's nothing. You get like the dull red emergency lighting that flickers on.
All right.
There's no
Problem
reply.
Is the thing still reorienting?
It has stopped.
There would still be some momentum to it, but there's
Yeah,
wait.
it's still rotating, but it's not going as fast. It's slowly starting to stop.
Well, I guess that's a good thing. I guess now we just have to deal with fixing that relay system.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's well, it's one solution to the problem. Psychedel will take out a couple of her glow sticks from her work bag and crack them and then duct tape them to
Right.
to the walls so that there's some light, so that there's better light where they are.
Sure. You notice that your bag is starting to drift upwards.
Uh-oh.
She makes sure to grab the bag and put it on because it's her work bag that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sure.
Hey,
Folks, I think we're
and
losing
I
gravity.
toss her
Well, let's see. Well,
flashlight.
this might also be a good thing. Okay, apparently there's two holes that are punched through the side of the station. That may deter the station, unless they're actual salvagers.
Well, station has gone dark. The rotation of the ship. I mean, the station is starting to slow. Gravity is starting to weaken.
Let's just do what we can with the satellite dish and head back and try to make our way back inside. Assuming if the holes aren't patched and the airlocks are tight, shut tight, we could probably make our way through the actual breach.
That's true. You're gonna hurry?
Yeah, should we, who's outside with me? With that talent, is that with talent?
Analog.
Analog. Let's quickly see let's see what we can find out about the satellite dish. If nothing's broken, we'll head back inside.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys are hustling with your magnetic boots that you guys intuitively knew to calibrate because you're like trained astronauts and shit. It's awesome.
No, it's just like safety.
And you start hustling across, and the size of the hole that you're coming through would be the exit, and the exit is very large. You see it is starting to shrink a little bit as foam is being dispensed around it by a drone that is magnetically attached to the side of the thing, and it's just like racing in a circle around it, just spraying the ceiling foam around it. And as the foam starts to close, the drone is like turning its wheels in to keep going to try to like keep shrinking that hole. So you guys manage to jump through the breach as this drone is like furiously trying to seal a Buick-sized hole in the side of this ship. A second drone comes up as the first one stops, and it takes over as it starts rotating around, closing the ceiling foam into place.
Okay.
You guys are inside. Need you make a perception check, please.
Which one? Audio, visual?
Visual, please.
Wonderful. But my bad. That was the edge one I accidentally did. Is it? Yeah. 2 more dice. I need to roll 2 more dice. Should I reroll the entire thing?
Yes, reroll, please. Okay. Talon, you notice something moving, like just rounded the corner.
Gun at the ready. Maybe. I don't think she actually. Because I don't. No, she had a holster. She could probably have.
It was about vaguely troll sized. I mean, it's like 2 meters, really thick, as it rounds a corner.
There is a troll-sized figure that just rounded the corner somewhere. I say over through the actual communications that we have established between ourselves.
Wait, what? A troll?
Yeah, we came in through one of the breach since we couldn't find the satellite dish. I'm assuming it got lost with the explosion. We managed to get inside the breach before it was sealed up. I saw a troll around the corner when we came in.
Can you show us your location? Exactly.
Yeah, we're over by the exit over here. I just ping it.
Yep, you ping the locations where where you guys are at.
So where we are?
Yeah, well, where they are, yes. You now know where they are.
Okay.
Where is it in relation to the guys that are guarding the docking bay?
Hold on, I will give you a vague idea of what you guys are dealing with. Let me see if I can find it.
Spinward, anti-spinward, how far fore and aft?
Oh, look at you. It is anti-spinward, and it is towards the fore. It is, say about half a click from where you guys are at, because as I mentioned, this place is fairly big.
Half a click aft and spinward. Okay. Anti-spinward, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Where the exit is.
Let me show you a link here. This is something like you're looking at.
No.
Those are trees.
This space station is basically a giant tin can full of air.
Mm-hmm.
Not really full.
Except it now has two
It has a
Buick-sized holes on either
biomass
side.
because it has a biomass inside of it, because that's the only way that you're able to have a manosphere inside of space. Is you got to have a whole lot of life.
Hmm.
So
Natural natural style carbon dioxide cleaning.
Mm-hmm. Well, so this is where you guys have located your crew and such. You've been set up here for like 10 minutes as it took them to like go outside, get their boots calibrated as they know how to do now, and walk about. Then the thing hit, presumably a meteor. I don't know. Um, the lights are out, other than emergency lighting. You feel and hear the thunk from the the docking bay as the ship has connected inside.
All
Yes,
right,
it's not
company
something like
arrives.
that. Your company has now arrived.
Can one of my fly spies do its sensor operations for it's for the ultrasound or whatnot?
Mhm. They can do ultrasound. What are they ultrasounding for?
How many people are there?
Well,
Like with the X-rays?
that's the funny thing about ultrasound is if I were to hold up a sheet of glass between your fly spy and me, it would see a sheet of glass. Ultrasound does not
Also
penetrate.
have it also has X-ray.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I have for the fly spies I have as motion sensor, atmosphere sensor, X-ray, ultrasound, radio signal scanner, and olfactory. That's all on
Uh-huh.
all my. That's on all of them. Since it's a sensor array.
Hmm.
So
I have not seen a sensor for X-ray for drones, but I'm willing to accept that. So
it's a
you're
sensor
able.
function. It's a sensor
That's
function.
fine.
So
I don't get that. But we'll continue on. So I'm not going to argue with it for now. But we'll go ahead, and you are able to detect that there are 5 people on the other side of the airlock.
I can go ahead and relay saying, "Get ready. You're gonna have 5 occupants to deal with."
Any more information about them? Maybe.
And it's X-ray. All I know is that it's 5 people.
Mm-hmm. And you're right, Cap. Try hard. All right. So yep, you're able to detect that there are 5 individuals on the other side of that lock, and the doors close, and you hear like the cycling sound of the airlock. It's going really slow. I mean, apparently they're doing this manually as opposed to the electric way that you had it. So the doors are like slowly starting to open, and it's not a smooth motion. It's almost like somebody's turning a crank, and so they have to like reposition their hands. So open, stop, open, stop, open, stop. And what you guys doing?
Hmm.
We're just gonna wait for them to finish opening the
All right.
door.
Well, they finish
So
opening.
as it opens, do we see any of them
There
as
are
the crack
four
opens?
individuals in spacesuits. I mean, 5 individuals in spacesuits on the other side of the door as it opens up. They are all vaguely human sized. Some are a little bit tall, some are a little bit wide. Can't really tell the metatype through a spacesuit.
I would
But
like
there
to
are
turn
five
off my flashlight.
individuals. You have your flashlight? Yes, you shine your flashlight on them.
No, I said I would like to turn off my flashlight.
Oh, okay. Well, then you have your flashlight off. So yeah, they open it up and they have submachine guns in their hands.
Hmm. How are we going to do this? I say it in comms.
That's a
Actually,
very
this
good question.
I have character. I just realized something.
Hmm.
There is no there's right now no gravity inside the space station. How exactly is the
Well,
firearm going to work?
the gravity is slowly slowing down as this rotation starts to slow, as it has not stopped yet. That's why gravity is reducing, as
Yeah,
opposed to
but
just full stop.
Guns also still work in space because most of the time the combustion is enclosed and it's all gas. It doesn't need gravity to work. Guns actually work better without gravity because
No bullet
there's
drop.
nothing there's no bullet, well, there's less bullet drop, but there's still air resistance.
Anyway,
okay. Oh, fair enough.
fascinating.
So Sahedar doesn't answer.
So what are you doing? It's all you, Arsenal. What's up, man?
So
How's this
psych so
going?
so I think how we should do is we should try to negotiate first, and then if they don't, and then if they're not,
Well, then go ahead. I'm standing in ambush.
So you're negotiating with bullets, is what you're saying?
no, what he's saying,
Starting
what he's
the
saying
ambush?
is he's not going to try and be the face. He's leaving
Oh,
that
I
to
thought he was starting the ambush. I was like, okay, well, there we go. We're sitting in a
Yeah.
negotiator. Anybody else want to
We'll
negotiate?
try his waiver first, and after that, my negotiation.
Okay, so yep, he's set up and ready.
So
Psych-
Sekiro will wave, just raise a hand at the
they
new
raise
arrivals.
submachine guns and point in your direction.
She just has a hand raised, not doing
Mhm.
anything, and she sends a communications request of some kind to them.
There is no acceptance. The one in the front says, "Lay on the ground, put your hands behind your head. This station belongs to us."
I don't
All
think
right,
that'll be
I would
happening.
like to shoot that
And
guy.
she's gonna open fire. Her and the Steel Lynx is also gonna open fire.
Oh my God, it's gonna be all sorts of bullets. All right, so let's hope. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, we'll let you get your get your roll as you do your first firing. And who are you firing on? There's 5 people, so we'll put down numbers and stuff. So it's all exciting. This is great.
Mm,
You go ahead and get this cleared out because never knew initiative is also this. All right, so
I would like to ask, does my smart link work?
yeah,
Or
it works.
Why do I have a random Mass Effect vibe coming on?
Oh no.
because it is Mass Effect.
Never
just
played
with
it.
just with modern bullets.
And
Well, they offered laser guns.
they did. Let's
But
go
with
ahead and
my
get us some. Let's go ahead and get some initiatives for you guys.
Mm, do we get surprise or not? Well, I don't think so.
No, because your negotiator went out to negotiate negotiationally.
And me. So, do I get surprised because I turned off my flashlight and instead I'm waiting in ambush?
We'll let you try first. We'll see if they make a surprise check. So Psychedel got 12. The Space Lords got 16.
The Psychedel's drone got 12, and Psychedel herself got 14, I think.
Okay,
Unless
so
I did that wrong.
Psychedel got 14. Drone got what? 12.
Yep.
Let's see. Get that one 16.
Oh crap.
All right, and let's see. Arsenal got 13.
Wait, didn't you say 5?
What?
There's only 4 guys. Let I see. Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
where's
Oh, no,
Foxtrot?
not Echo. I've got so much to balance here. Let's see. Echo's going to go on 16 as well.
That's what you get for fair play.
I like your honesty. Okay, this is great. So, let me plug my headset in real quick because it's starting to beep angrily at me. So let's see if they can make a surprise check because that will be interesting to see if they pull that off. Because if not, it's going to really suck for them. So they got to make a threshold of 3, right? So 3. Oh! So they're not surprised. Sorry.
Oh boy.
All right. So
Okay.
they notice that there is a welcoming party that has been arranged for them. So let us start with the charming Echo, who is going to take the bull by the horns and open fire on the drone first. So it's going to be Opens fire on that drone. Dagger, dagger, dagger. Oh wow, that's lame. Does your drone have the ability of dodging? Because I don't believe that it does.
I mean, it is mobile.
It is mobile, in fact, but don't think it has evasion.
I don't have. I don't have an autosoft for that one to evade things.
Sure, no problem. We'll go ahead and just get it to do its soak as it gets fired upon by a submachine gun. So it is going to be soaking 8p, well 9p because they got a +1.
It's got 12 armor, so I would soak all of it. I think. I'm not 100% solid on how soak and health works.
Okay, so how much armor does it have?
Has 12 armor and
All
6
right, so
body.
that is 6 automatic soak. So it's going to have to soak 3 with its body plus armor. Drones are not immune to bullets.
Right. So the soak would be roll that many dice.
Yes. Body plus armor. Dun dun dun. All right, so a bullet pings off of it. An echo is dropped down. So that was kind of underwhelming for them, unfortunately. So Delta is going to open fire on Psychedel themselves, because
Psychedel, I think, can use a free action to drop behind cover.
oh, sure, you can drop behind cover. That'll give you a +2 to your defense.
Okie doke.
Hmm. Reaction plus intuition. +2. Psychedel.
I'm looking at my character sheet.
No problem. We're going to go ahead and get Charlie to open fire on the arsenal. Ooh.
I am behind cover.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Gives you +2
So I
to
get
your dodge. All right, Psychedel, you managed to dodge a bullet. That. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a bullet. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Vamps, because I haven't seen any X-ray sensors for drones, so I didn't think they existed either. So let's see here. Oof. Are you comfortable with
yeah.
that level of success?
No. I would
You
like
want to
to
use
use
an
an edge.
edge? Okay, you can use an edge.
So then I'm rerolling 10. Right?
Yeah. Yes,
Because
yes, you are.
yeah.
Also, as it seems to be, X-ray sensors do not exist. Keep that in mind.
Hold on, hold on.
X-ray sensors are a cyberware, sir.
Rigor 5, page 138.
All right. Oh, look at that! You also dodge a bullet. This is awesome. Bullets are being dodged everywhere. So, takes care of that. Bravo and Charlie are going to hold action. Psychedel, what you up to? Psychedel?
Can I throw a flashbang from cover?
You sure can.
Isn't it a blind shot?
What do you have it set for?
Okay. That's stop. This must be a fun trimmer.
I know.
Actually, I'm just gonna shoot at him with. I'm just gonna burst fire my Savalette at them.
Okay. You stick your big old spacesuity finger against that trigger. He's barely able to like gracefully stroke its side because big old fat spacesuit fingers.
Luckily, smart linked.
Uh-huh. Oh, look at those dice. Which one are you shooting? Who are you shooting at?
We'll go with Echo just because he's in front.
I don't blame you. I don't like that guy anyway. He's always copying what you say. What a dick. Ouch.
Oh,
However, he is truly dodgy. Yes, he managed to dodge. Oh, wait, no, I was wrong. Because you did a burst fire that's -2. So I'll have to reroll. Oh, he's not quite as dodgy this time, though. So he takes some bullet damage of +2. How much damage you do to him?
7p
7p. That is bad.
per bullet, I think.
No. Burst fire reduces their dodge. It's not per bullet. So, damn them rules. Alright, but he takes 4 boxes of damage, and blood starts to mist in the air and drift lazily through the atmosphere. Okay. So that takes care of the psychedel. Arsenal? What is the Arsenal doing?
shooting data.
You're shooting at Delta? Alright.
Yes.
Alright.
So I'm rolling my guns, which is 17 supposed to be.
Okay. I like it.
I would add one for the smartling, but I would take one off because of the sharpshooter. So that's still 17.
Sure. Are you doing single shot, burst fire?
Single shot.
Okay.
I would like to aim for the head.
Oh,
Which-
wow.
Which
That's gonna be
which
negative
is
4.
-2.
Oh,
No,
-2.
because
Okay.
sharpshooter.
Right, got it. -2. That adds to your damage, +2.
Yes. And it's a
Sharpshooter.
frangible round.
It is. Wow, I think you may be turning this man's head into a canoe. Oh, you got him by 2, and you get +2 damage, so +4 damage to your gun.
So that's 11p. AP is
11p.
-2.
AP minus
Which
2.
is-
That
No, it's +2 because of the frangible round.
right. Oh, +2. So let's see.
And 10p +2, so 12p. And that's all.
Alright, so yeah, you hit him with 7. You cracked that spacesuit right open. Pow! Bullet goes right into his eye socket. There's blood spattering everywhere as he tumbles over backwards and starts to drift as gravity begins to slow. He's like flipping end over end. You notice now, as the drone is up, what does the drone do?
Would it? Let's see. Would it be reasonable to assume that the drone I mag clamped the drone in place, just in case.
Okay.
That be a reasonable thing to say?
Sure. It's reasonable as everything else so far.
Okay, the drone's going to long burst at Alpha. And whatever
Okay.
else happens to be in the way.
Long burst into Alpha. It's gonna be hell awkward. Roll for it. Let's use an APDS, correct?
Correctamundo.
Okay.
I would use my gunnery skill.
You're gonna be using your targeting autosoft
Which is
because you're not
6
gunnering.
dice.
Your drone is firing. It's gonna be firing its
Right.
pilot plus its gunnery. I mean, plus its targeting. So it's probably gonna be using 9 dice.
I've got a rating 6 auto piloting autosoft and a rating 6 targeting, so
Okay, you can do this. Got nothing but faith in you. And bad players on the stream. Bad players. I'm ashamed of you. That's alright.
okay, so it fired.
It did fire. Wow, that's a whole lot of successes. Let's see now. He's pretty quick on his feet, but -9 does tend to suck. So you get him with +4.
Ouch.
How much damage?
um
Base damage of the gun +4.
yeah. Where the heck is it? Hang on. Shummer, why you do this?
Cause it's free.
It doesn't mean it has to suck.
Doesn't mean it has to, but
Okay, it's 14p damage.
14p damage. Wow, that's going to be pretty bad for him. Yep. So Alpha's dead. There's bullets spattering through him. You see bullets spattering behind him. Bullets ripping through the hole. You see the red mist that was the blood of his compatriots starting to be drawn through the holes as the two guys that were holding their actions start dogging that hatch closed. They're closing the hell out of it to get it closed because fuck that. They're firing live rounds. Close it, close it, close it.
And this is why I bring big guns.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. You managed to close that. That they've decided that perhaps maybe this is not a good day to be a pirate, and they've closed the doors, and they're not coming back through there for right now. All right, so now we're gonna switch to our other crew of Talon and Analog. All right, so you guys are on the other side of the ship, while the other side of the station. You vaguely hear gunfire in the distance, the chatter of machine guns. Um, you hear what sounds like a guttural roar from up ahead.
I guess gun at the ready-ish and going to advance.
Gonna advance. Oh my god. Okay, you're moving up.
Yeah, with the gun ready.
All right, you got your gun ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, heading around that corner.
What's the oxygen situation looking like at this moment?
Oh, it's not looking good. There's more holes in the station now.
That's what man. Things are still looking on. Keep it on.
It
Okay.
wasn't us.
Well, it wasn't you guys. No, what's the other team? APDS.
Just a few bullet holes. NBD.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just get a mini welder and weld those things closed.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys are advancing ahead, guns at the ready. You round the corner. Make a perception check.
Visual.
Mm-hmm.
It's a walking walker.
Or vision magnification, not vision enhancers. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Typo.
It's all right. You have thermographic low light.
I have low light as an elf.
Okay. That's you, Analog.
And just to make sure, my goggles have thermographic vision as well.
It's good.
So-
It's good. Very good.
I already rolled.
Yeah, you guys don't notice anything. There's nothing around that corner.
Doesn't we know something's there, we just can't see it.
Alright, well, I say until it jumps us, let's try and get the power back on.
Sounds like a plan. Where exactly are we on the map?
You're somewhere on the wall, but
Where
good thing
exactly?
you got those magnetic boots because you're starting to feel that free folly feel.
Yep. Okay, from where we are, where exactly is the generator? Where the power is?
Towards the end of the aft of the ship, of the station. We'll go with that.
So on the other end.
Yep. Time to start hustling. Clunk, 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 boots.
Yep.
Okay. That's great. All right. Need you guys to make an auditory perception check, please.
The two of them or all four of us?
Oh, the two of those that are on the other side, you guys are busy, like, with space pirates.
And obviously,
Yeah.
since I have select sound filter, I'm gonna cancel out the gunshots.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what are you listening for?
uh,
That's what select sound filter actually does.
footsteps, mostly.
All right, so you hear the clunk, 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 clunk of your feet as you're running across these metal floors.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right,
footsteps and like, roll mine real quick.
Yep. You hear clunk, 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 clunk. Hear another pair of feet. Mm. Oh yeah, Talon. Yep. There's definitely another set of feet coming up behind you guys.
I immediately turn and pivot and fire around.
All right, so open fire. -6, blind fire. Go for it.
Oh, -6 blind fire.
Yes, sir.
Okay, even though I don't, because like you hear something that's not with us, we already know that the other two are all the way over
Sure.
there, so it's definitely not us.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let's see where the heck is my machine pistol counts as pistols or automatics.
Counts as automatics.
In that case, I won't be able to fire at all.
Well, roll 1d6.
If anything, it's just to scare it off.
All right, so you open fire. The bullets are spattering down the hallways here.
Like she just did like a single fire, but yeah, still.
Oh well, the bullets spanks down the hallway, and you don't see anything behind you.
If anything, that should at least prevent it from following us. Knowing that we'll shoot. I hope.
That's true. As you're heading down the hall, head along the walls towards the power section. All right. Whew. All right. So you reach the power section, and there's a set of doors in front of you, and they are closed, of course.
All right, look. Let's just see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this door open.
There's no power.
Well, there's bound to be a manual release somewhere.
No. Make me a perception check, if you would, please.
Visual.
Mhm.
I could do visual, or I could do sensor operations with a micro camera, but nah, I'll do visual.
Okay.
Actually, I'm curious. Would industrial engineering be applicable here?
Ooh, that is a
Yes.
good question. Oh, in that case, let's see.
Nerds to the rescue!
I have
I know,
mechanical.
right?
I have mechanical engineering as a knowledge skill.
That's not industrial mechanics, though.
It doesn't matter. I have a 7 dice in that. My visual perception's better. She's better at fixing vehicles than she is at fixing buildings.
The stream's cracking me up. Go ahead. All right, so yeah, you see, the thing is that this release, the way you're looking at it is you're following the instructions, and it looks like the release to the door is in a hole. It's like a recessed thing. It's gonna be about a meter in, and it's about a meter wide sphere that you'd have to like crawl into, release the lock on that door.
I really don't want to do that.
Alright, how about you cover my back? I'll go in.
Hey, can
I'll
I
do
get
that.
everybody to make a logic plus willpower check if I could? No, wait, it's logic plus body. So I'm looking
Logic
for
Got it.
plus what?
logic and body. All right, that's 3, 5, 3. Okay, 4. All right, you guys all comfortable with that level of success?
I only
Yeah.
have 1 edge and I want to save it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
good.
have any more.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what's gonna allow me to jump out of this ship and burn in on orbit alive.
For days for reentry. That's hilarious. All right. It doesn't work that way, but that's hilarious. All right, so yeah. All right, so yeah, that's what you're able to estimate is that you got like a meter hole that you're gonna have to like kind of crawl into to release the lock on this door.
Alright, okay, it was never clarified, so I guess I'm leaving it to GM discretion. Um, the tools that we brought out to fix the satellite array, do we have that with us?
I imagine that being that you went out to do that, yes, you would have your toolbox in your hand.
Okay, is there anything of the soldering iron, welding torch, I'm gonna burn a bitch
Yes,
if I go into the spider hole?
yes,
Okay. I will be taking that with me. I have low light vision. I'm assuming the spacesuit has some sort of head flashlight. I haven't
yes.
actually. Yeah. So yeah, the game plan is to crawl in there and hit the switch, and if there's something greeting me there, it's getting a face full of fire.
I don't blame you. I would do that too. So you start crawling into that hole. You got rolling your shoulders. You got like the flashlight. You hear the breathing inside the mask as you're going along in there. And you see the little lever up ahead of you. It looks like it's awful clear, but it's really dark in this hole. And what I need to have happen here is I need to get Talon to make a reaction plus intuition check, if you would please.
Oh boy, dodge stick.
Sure.
Get him off my ass!
It's under you.
All right. Good news is you're not surprised. Bad news is there is this big thing that is dropping from the ceiling down on top of you.
Oh boy. I'll go say there's something. I was like, oh shit. I go to goblin.
All right,
Oh,
so let's go
so
ahead and
just
let's make this attack. Oh, come on, dice! Don't hang up now. I don't think that it's comfortable at that level of success because I haven't used any edge yet today.
damn it. I cannot.
So there, it has 8 hits.
Reaction plus intuition again.
Yes, yes.
Last edge.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So as you are watching Analog like climbing in there, you kind of leaned around, and all of a sudden you just like get this cringy feeling, and you look up as these large black hands just like reach down and grab you around the torso, and then you are rocketed back up towards the ceiling.
Even with magnetic boots.
Yes, even with magnetic boots, you are pulled from the floor up into this shaft.
obviously she's gonna be yelling, "Oh, Drek!" over the comlink.
Yep, there's some screaming behind you. Oh, Drek! Analog, you're inside this hole. Analog. There's nothing to burn in there though, but there's a
My bad. Emergency bio break while I heard the guy getting pulled into a vent shaft.
yeah. There's probably more than one of those going on right now. Speaking of which, I need to get to make you a composure check if you would please, Talon.
Made a composure test.
Yeah.
What's that again? Composure.
Charisma plus willpower. Forget the
Constitution, you said?
It is reaction plus bod. I mean, not reaction. It is
No, I was saying what the
charisma
label
plus
was.
willpower. Charisma plus willpower. It is composure check. All right. Well, good thing though. See, these space diapers, they really work. Just saying. To be an astronaut. All right. So yeah, Analog, you're inside the hole. You hear your partner kind of like scream, "Audrey!" You look over your shoulder. There's no legs behind you. Well, other than your
Okay.
own.
Well, nothing I can do for him being cramped in this tiny little thing. In fact, something's probably going to pull me out in a few seconds if those holotrids have anything to say about it. So yeah, I'm going to pull the switch to open the door.
All right, you go pull the switch to open the door. All right, you drag up at that switch. You hear like a ka-chunk as the magnetic locks to the lock open up to the door outside. You're in the hole. All right, so Talon, this is great. All right, this thing in front of you is vaguely troll shaped. It looks as if somebody has tried to genetically engineer a troll using human DNA and lizard DNA. It doesn't quite look human, metahuman.
Is it a death claw?
I don't know what the frag this thing is. But it's definitely clawed the hell out of you. It's got you in its grips. So what you gonna do?
It's a death claw.
Sure.
So what am I gonna do?
Yeah. So I'm curious.
What the frag are you? And just open fire, full long burst.
All right, you're opening. Okay, so you're gripped up. So I don't know how you're gonna do that, but you're gonna
I was
open
like,
fire.
she has access with her wrist. I'm assuming so. It's just
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Open fire.
yep, and it's a long burst. So
Sure. Why not? You get like a -3, I believe, for firing close combat.
yeah, okay, that guy's yeah, scratch that. She's gonna look in panic and say, "What the heck are you?"
And it opens its mouth, and its jaw unhinges as its mouth just like goes impossibly large. I mean, you could fit a basketball inside of this mouth, or if you really think about it, you could probably fit a skull as it's starting to lunge its mouth towards your head.
That's when she's gonna shoot at it.
All right, this is exciting.
Automatics. I have no edge.
That's rough. That's rough.
Wonderful. I have a success. All long
Okay.
burst. All long burst.
Well, it's not going to try to dodge because it's got a hold of you, and it'd have to let go of its meal to dodge. So how much damage
Okay.
you doing with one success?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
He will be soaking. There you are.
Oh, okay. I think we'll see how it does on this. I mean, that's pretty baller. I gotta admit.
Frenchable. Gotta hate it.
Oh, it manages to soak that damage. I regret to say.
I really don't want to die right now.
All right, it got 5 hits on its attack. You get like
Do
a
I have
negative to your dodge, but you can try to
How much?
dodge.
What's my negative to dodge?
2. It's got you gripped up and it's trying to bite
So
your
reaction
skull off.
plus int. Reaction plus int.
Yes. Yes. -2. Oof. All right. Whew. You're gonna have to be rolling 9, 10, 10 with -2. That's what you're doing.
That's what I have to do right now.
Yes.
What's with me and twos?
I don't know. Oh god, that's 8. As it massive jaw bites down on your bubble dome, you hear like the grinding of metal and the shattering of glass as it breaks through your bubble and starts to try to close, but its jaw hasn't quite gotten onto your skull yet. You smell the fetid breath of the thing as its tongue lolls around your skull, sliming your face as it's trying to get to you. Okay. What are you doing now?
Can I try and break out?
You can try, yes.
I'm gonna try and break out. What do I need for that?
I need you to make me a body plus logic check, if you would please.
Body plus logic plus anything else?
Well, this is just the start. As you're getting slimed by the tongue. It's doing all kinds of gross sounds as it's trying to like taste your delectable elven flesh.
No, this is a good question to ask. If I spent all my edge, am I still able to burn?
You could.
Okay, that's the only question, because if I have to, I will.
Okay. It's up to you.
Alright.
His mask broke, right?
What's this?
I'm still kind of screaming over my dad.
Yeah, his mask broke. There's screaming coming over your comms. You hear like
It's like, Analog, will you please get out of that damn vent and help me?
This is terrible. All right, it's got you. What you doing? It's trying to like bite through your mask. Its teeth, these fragging long teeth. They're like the size of knives, and they're punched through your mask. Its tongue is rolling around your jaws. It's trying to pull your skull off with its tongue. What are you doing? What are you doing? Composure test, everybody on the comms, if you could, please. This person is struggling for their life. I need a charisma plus willpower because this is some terrible stuff. Your companion is like being gnawed to death by this troll-like thing.
Okay, you know what? Here's
What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna-
Come on, Talon. What are you doing?
Aim, suppressive fire.
Oh God, suppressive fire. Okay, go ahead. Roll suppressive
And
fire.
I'm gonna burn an edge.
Oh God, you're burning an edge. What are you doing? You burning the edge for?
Wait, burning
Automatic
or
success.
sending?
Automatic success with 4 hits.
Okay, automatic success for what? The fire or the breaking
For
loose?
suppressive.
For the suppressive. Okay.
He has to either has to soak it all, or he has to duck and let me go and duck and cover.
All right, he's gonna try. He's gonna try to soak that roll. This is. Oh my God, this is terrible. All right, so
Actually, no. If he was to do that, he would have to. No, that's if he wanted to dodge it, but you can't dodge it because he has it on him.
right, so he's gonna try to soak it again.
So it's automatic 4 hits.
Oh no! Okay, so you got him with well, let's see. Yeah, you got him, but he rolled 4, so that takes care of what's the base damage you got? 6.
6p.
6p. Oh, he takes 6p. That's terrible. So
It's not terrible. It's not terrible at all, is it?
no, not really for it. It kind of tickles. No, it's pretty bad. There is like black blood is starting to ooze out of the wounds that you've just stitched up to the thing, and its jaws close over your head. You hear like this sickening crunch of bone over the comms as this thing just rips into Talon's face. I mean, you feel the crunch of it, and everything goes black, and you see like the pods opening up on you guys as Mr. Johnson is standing there looking down at you. He's like, "Well, so how was the simulation? Was it
What?
real? Was it realistic?"
What?
Alright.
Wait, what?
I'm going to pull out my gun, aim at
What
him,
gun? What gun?
the gun I had on me when I sit
What
into it.
gun?
Uh,
I don't find it. Oh fuck.
Yeah, you reach down to your side, you grab hold of your empty holster.
obviously, Talon's. I'm assuming Talon's like sitting up, and
Talon, my God, that was amazing. You want to do this again, right? That was, oh God, that is just so exciting. That was the best experience ever.
I agree. It's like I agree.
God, that was just so real.
Worst job of my life.
I second that notion.
Well, your biomonitors were doing some amazing things. So I mean, it seemed like you were really into it. At what part did you start to feel that we could improve to make the experience more realistic for the rest of our viewers?
At not using me.
How about not having the freakish alien orc thing?
So that was the part where you felt that reality started to break down for the simulation.
Just a little bit.
We thought Space Pirates would be the one, but okay. So the Space
It
Pirates
didn't
was
last
fine.
much.
The Space Ghost was believable.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay, ish. So we need to work on that a little bit. By the way, your escrow has been released. Thank you for trying Fantasyland. I mean Fantasy Worlds. Your equipment, of course, will be out front. We have removed your ammunition, of course, because we wouldn't want you to harm any of our staff. But thank you all for assisting us with this test of our new simulation. We're hoping that our customers will really enjoy your market research and we can make the experience even better for our.
Frag you.
Really much. And
So
I'm exiting.
you guys are given 15K. I'm going to give you guys 3 karma for showing up to Fantasy World. And thank you all for showing up to Infinity and Beyond. And as it was often done in Fraction Fairy Tales, there was always 2 titles to the run: To Infinity and Beyond or Muppets in Space. So thank you all streamers for watching this horrendous run. I hope you've all
Uh,
had fun. And Cambot, if you could go ahead and kill the stream.